see the usual gang of misfits and dope addicts are here.
Samantha in Clearfield.
Clearfield.
Is she a dope addict or a?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, well, I wouldn't want to assume things about Samantha. She's just checking in.
Okay. In where?
Clearfield.
Clearfield.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of dopers in Clearfield. A lot of them. Hey, hello, hi.
On this day,
Yeah.
Denny Lane,
Oh yeah.
a singer, guitarist, contributor to many bands, including Wings, died yesterday.
Moody Blues mostly, but we wouldn't want to do that to you.
What do
Knights
you
in
got?
White
What do you
Satin?
got against Knights in White Satin?
Well, the song that he sang is just as sleepy.
What is it?
Go now.
If you gotta go, go now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to do that to you folks.
Yeah. So Paul McCartney there, and I never understood that song at all. I didn't take much time to try and figure out what it was talking about, but because the lady was a major suffragette. What?
No,
What is all that?
major. He thought the major
was a lady, but it was just I don't get it. But to explain it, I can't.
He just yells jet a lot.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
Jet.
I'd look up the lyrics, but
You know, if you
I have limited internet, so
if you're listening to the podcast, you don't know what song we played. We have to tell you.
Yeah.
You should listen live. You can
You really
enjoy
should,
the music.
because all kinds of really fun things happen.
Oh, yeah.
In this first break of the show, like, well, we're here at Riverton Chevrolet. That's important, and already Cindy, before she went to work, she stopped by here and brought in bags and bags and bags of stuff for the road home.
okay. So I got the lyrics to Jet up.
Okay.
All right.
And I think somehow it involves the Pixar Cars franchise.
I don't.
That was
doesn't
It's
way,
true.
seem-
way
No.
before that.
I got the lyrics right,
All right.
here.
All right.
I can almost remember their funny faces. That time you told them that you were going to be marrying soon. And Jed, I thought the only lonely place was on the moon.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense so far.
Was your father as bold as a sergeant major? Well, how come he told you that you were hardly old enough yet? And Jet, I thought the major was a lady, suffragette.
Yeah, that I get it now.
And the movie Cars. I'm still.
Mater. Oh. It's right there. Mater, want Jet to always love me. See?
So that's your
No, I
that's
see
your
it,
evidence
yeah.
right there.
No,
Mater.
I
Major
agree.
character in the Cars franchise, voiced by the beloved Larry the Cable Guy.
He likes
So-
to get her done.
Yes, apparently he does. Is what I've been told.
That song makes zero sense.
It makes
to me.
0 sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, take it up with Paul McCartney.
I,
Don't take it up with Denny Lane. He's
if-
not here anymore.
If Paul McCartney were here, I'd punch him right in the snoot.
I don't think you would.
I guess
Well, you know, the song
come here,
is open to interpretation.
come
It
here,
could be
sir.
anything.
Sir
I'll be honest
McCartney.
with you, we had been smoking a little bit of the stuff before
Come here,
we
sir,
wrote
Paul.
it.
I'm going to give you one right in the snot locker.
Do you think anybody's ever punched Paul McCartney in the face?
Yes.
You think
Yes.
so?
Oh, yeah.
You know this.
There are
Yeah.
stories.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Who?
that-
Lennon, one of them.
Well, the Beatles worked in some pretty bad places in the beginning of their career.
Those clean-cut, nice boys.
And there were bar fights to be had.
Yes.
And Paul, I like to step back from them, you know, but I couldn't always do it. And sometimes I took one right in the puss.
Right in the puss.
Got me right in the puss.
Oh.
That sounds painful.
Shut your puss. Hi, Riverton Chevrolet. That's where we are right now, and we are broadcasting live. Road to the road home. This is, of course, one of the fine Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers. So you take the 106 South exit off I-15, and then you bear right, and then you go under the freeway and immediate left turn on the Jordan Parkway, and just follow that down, and you're at Riverton Chevrolet.
Better to say you go west, because what if you're coming from the south? You don't go right. That'll send you the wrong way. You head west.
That's true. That is true.
West.
I never take the 106 South exit, but that I am going, south. I don't think I have ever
Well,
taken
that's you.
it other than I know.
live-
I didn't
you
even
live
think about
north
it.
of here.
I didn't think about it, so I don't think I've ever taken.
Kerry
the other way.
has lived south of here, so
Oh, yes, that's
there were
right.
times. You like to forget about
I
that.
lived in Draper before it became swinging central. There was
You
nothing.
mean Swinger or
Swinger Central.
How long did you live in Draper?
Oh, God, how long?
A couple of
were we
years?
there?
3 years?
At least
longer
5 or
than
6.
that.
Yeah.
5 or 6?
Yeah. It was a good house. I liked the house. Sold it just at the time just before the boom and was able to get out. And yeah, sold it to a guy, bought it sight unseen from California.
Did he buy it
well,
like
that's
with all
right.
your furniture and stuff?
And then he said, I see the furniture in there. You mind parting with a lot of that? We're like, yeah, it'll cost you.
So it's weird. So I sold my house in Sandy.
You personally sold it?
I mean, I hired a
You had a
lady.
real estate
I
agent?
had a lady do it.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing. They said, we want to, including my bed, like
Ooh.
my mattress.
Really?
Isn't that weird?
A little bit.
Yeah, you know.
Would you want to buy a house with somebody else's mattress?
Well,
I
if
mean,
it
I
was
can
in-
kind of see some of the other.
If it was in good shape,
You know
I
what
might.
happens in beds?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I mean, I was kind of happy because I'm
I
like,
mean, and what I mean is, I don't even sleep anymore.
I was kind of happy because I was like, oh, cool, I'd like a new mattress. Sure, yeah, you can keep that. I don't know why you would, but I know what's happened
That's
there.
fine.
Do you know what my husband and I have done to that thing?
Gina,
Yes,
I
that's
think
why
he-
we're buying it.
I
I'm
think-
paying extra.
I think he took a look at you. Now, is this was this your first marriage? Because if he had seen your husband then, he wouldn't have bought it. But if he only saw you, he would go, well, that I could have her undergo some sort of medical, medical examination. But she looks like a clean person.
Well, I hope I come across in
You
that
do, you
in
do.
that fashion.
You do. And
If
so-
I'm giving off any vibe today,
It's clean.
I
know
would-
it's clean.
I would sleep in your bed.
Okay.
I wouldn't have any problem with that at all. I would, as long as you weren't there.
Yeah,
I
oh,
wouldn't
no.
want you to be
No,
there.
no, no.
that would,
I'd sleep in your bed.
that'd creep me
Come
out.
on over.
It'd be like having to share a bed with my sister.
Exactly.
You know, not
So
be
let's
good.
not do that.
No.
I don't think it will.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
taking it off my schedule.
I don't think the occasion will ever arise.
No, I had it down. And it's I have this bucket list.
And that's on there.
Yeah, it's on there, but I'm
Yeah,
taking
take
it off.
that off.
Oh, jeez. Riverton Chevrolet, join us here. We have some stuff to give you if you want to bring things in for the road home. We're going to have some donuts here, I believe, at some point.
There was the promise of donuts.
Yeah.
The threat of donuts.
And so you can have one of those. And we'd like to see here. We have a festive Christmas tree on our table here. You can see us, by the way, x96.com/live. Our cameras are set up here, so
Is that waking?
yeah. All right, so we can take a break here. What are we doing?
That's what they're saying, is
Okay.
that we should take a break here and invite
People are
check-ins.
saying, and I am hearing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Check-ins, 877-602-9696. Try that if you would, please, 877-602-9696. Check in with the Radio from Hell show. We like to hear from you in the morning and explain yourself. Call and explain yourself, if you would, please. 877-602-9696. That's the number, or you can text us 33986.
X96.
Even though Radio from Hell is the show.
6.
All right, 6:20. Let's get this over with.
Okay, we'll officially begin the program, and then we'll go to your check-ins. 877-602-9696 is the number. You can text us as well, 33986. Gina, do we have a sponsor?
We do. When Big O Tires goes big, a one-day sale isn't enough. Now through December 10th, everything's on sale. Stop by your locally owned and operated Big O Tires, the team you trust.
The moon, 37.8% of full, a waning crescent moon. The moon will set today at 1:39 p.m., today being Wednesday. It's the 6th day of December in the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2023. It's National Pawnbrokers Day.
Ooh.
People pawn all sorts of items at pawn shops, but the most pawned items are
Guns.
gold and jewelry, electronics, guns, and musical instruments. It's National Gazpacho Day. This I found interesting. In the Middle Ages, gazpacho was made out of a combination of stale bread, oil, vinegar, and water, all pounded together with a mortar and pestle. At that time, Spain was part of the Islamic world, and so the name gazpacho comes from the Arabic word soaked bread. But nowadays it's, tomato juice and tomatoes.
Soaked bread.
Yeah, soaked bread, because it used to be made stale bread. And it's National Miners Day. Like coal miners, and gold miners and all kinds of miners day, all right? And this is the world's most insane morning broadcast.
Is it?
It truly
I don't
is.
know.
It's Radio from Hell, starring the insane lords of morning radio. Kerry Jackson. I'm Bill Allred. That there is Gina Barberi, right there, the one with the pretty hair. Katie for short is our fine producer with also very lovely hair over there. And we have all kinds of people helping us
And
out.
hair, all kinds of
Cynthia
hair.
and all kinds of hair. Some of it I shouldn't comment on.
He's talking about you, Dawson.
Yeah. It's what's left of Dawson's hair is what I'm commenting on. All right. And Macy's back in the studio, and Nick's your buddy, Nick's your pal, running the board. And anyway, thank you, everybody, for helping out today.
If you go to x96.com/live, there's concern that this truck is headed right for me.
It is.
It kind of looks like
it's
I'm
looming.
about to be
It does seem to be
squished.
It's
menacing
looming,
you.
yeah.
Yes.
The Chevy truck, I should say.
It's not. Let's assure everyone that truck is not running. All right. Should we try check-ins?
All right, let's begin. Let's try Lexi, shall we?
Lexi, can you hear us?
Good
Lexi?
morning, guys.
Hi. Can
Hi,
you hear
Lexi.
us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ogden.
Ah, okay. What's up?
Oh, I'm just calling to check in. I'm running late for work and thought I'd give you guys a call to waste a little bit of time.
Wait a minute, if you're running
I'm
late,
a first-time caller.
if you're running late, why are you wasting time? You should be hurrying.
I know I should be hurrying, but I wanted to call you guys.
Let me answer that question for you, Gina. Lexi is an Ogden girl.
Oh, that's all you need to say.
Ogden girls, they like to dawdle a little bit.
What job
I
are you
do.
late for?
I work for the Internal Revenue Services.
Uh-huh. Well, Lexi, try to have a good day at work. I know it's difficult, but
Yeah, especially with a shutdown, an imminent shutdown pending.
are they still threatening that?
Yeah. It's in January.
February. They
February.
did the extension until February, so.
Oh. Well,
But I just
good.
wanted to call and tell you guys I've been listening for the last 15 years, and I think what you guys do is amazing, and I'm so grateful for you guys. I listen to you every morning, and I just
that's
wanted
so
to say
nice.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Lexi.
Thanks, Lexi. See you later.
Have a
You're
great
welcome.
day.
See ya. Have a good one.
All right.
I love Ogden girls.
I know you do.
Let's go to Aaron.
Hey, Aaron, where are you calling from?
I'm calling West Valley City right now on my way to Riverton, but I'm getting some coffee at Dutch Brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Aaron is our Uber driver.
That's
So
right.
you're on your way out here?
Oh, yeah. I stopped in with Mr. Frost earlier on Monday.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for the present you gave us too,
Yes.
which we can't
yes,
mention
sir.
on the air.
What present?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly. Yeah, it's exactly right. Thanks, Aaron.
Aaron has an invisible touch.
Aaron from Denver. That's who this is. Not our
Different
Uber
Aaron.
driver.
Different
Yeah.
Aaron.
Different Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Aaron.
Talk to you.
All right.
See you when you get here.
Got some text check-ins. Let's see. Nick Davis, he's back there pushing buttons in the studio. Thank you. My celebratory breakfast Uncrustable sandwich he has had for a self-reward.
I got it all over my sweater.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry.
Oh, poor boy.
Joe and Jen from Holiday Harmons checking in.
Oh, hello. That's your Harmons.
That is down the street from me. We're sitting by a cozy fire listening to our favorite morning show, enjoying our day off.
I wonder what show they're listening to.
The markets.
The markets?
The markets. Let's see. Morning radio from hell. Pittsburgh listener Mauricio Paez checking in. Lots of analytical work on my desk today. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Zane checking in on my way to work. How's Johnny B's house coming along? Well, let's wait and see. We'll find out. Salem Steve checking in. No cheese stains on Gina's mattress.
Nope, not a one.
Oh, Lee stopped by already here to Riverton Chevrolet. Brought some stuff for the road home. Brought us some T-shirts. His flying dog Stormy, and he brought me a little bag with dimes in it. 4 dimes.
Bill's dime bag.
It's my dime bag. It says Bill's dime bag on it. So thank you for that.
You should
Lee.
keep that bag and just add all your dimes to it.
I have so many dimes in my at my desk. They wouldn't all fit in here. I don't
Really?
think. I'll check when I get to
Again,
the
you
studio.
cash those in for the road home.
Yeah.
Elisa in ultrasound. I head straight west every day from Holiday to Holy Cross Jordan West Valley Hospital. On my way now, in fact. Good morning, Lords. Kira checking in. My husband Andy and I are hoping Kerry will give up his source for Ben & Jerry's pecan ice cream. Our search has been devastatingly unsuccessful. It is a limited batch, I'll remind you. But I've just been getting mine at Harmon's. Mike in Nashville checking in. Just donated to the Road Home website. Thank you, Mike. It was easy peasy. There's no excuse not to do it, folks.
Yeah,
Exactly.
If you go to x96.com, you can see all the information about the Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers there on our road to the road home. And when you click on that, there's a big red button. It says donate. It makes it so easy. See, because like Mike lives out of state and he's donating online. But if you can't make it down here to see us, they will always appreciate a monetary donation there.
Seattle Shrink checking in. The business next to my gym flooded over. Jim didn't, so I have to work out, I guess.
Oh.
You all make my morning. Let's see. Checking in. Off to work for 4 days. I can't wait to get into bed after a long shift. Sincerely, just left the ICU. Corey Ray, the Gypsum Boy, checking in. Nick from Ogden checking in. John Watson Chevrolet has 1 truck bed full and more ready to fill. Oh,
up in Ogden.
Stop in any time to drop off donations at the road home. So that's our friend Nick from the chat room. Any Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer can take your donations, and all you have to do is go to x96.com and click on the road home link, and it'll show you all the Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers, the list of items that they need right now, and more importantly, that big red donate button, so you can just give money, which is the best.
Yeah, we've done our show from John Watson several times, but there's so many Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers, we like to spread it around every year and go someplace different. So.
Mitch, the finance guy, checking in. Thank you for not playing the Moody Blues. I was trying to stay awake while driving to work.
Sure, no problem.
Well, if you need to stay awake on your drive to work, might I suggest you brew up some Mill Creek coffee before you leave home like I did.
I'm sorry, I forgot to bring my Mill Creek coffee, and I'm having some of this coffee that's here, and it's not.
It's not Mill Creek.
It's not Mill Creek coffee.
Not Mill
You
Creek.
can tell a difference.
Oh, yes.
Indeed,
Yes,
you can. I'm enjoying mine. Perry City listener checking, and I've been up since 2 a.m. My twins were up doing whatever 5-year-old boys do when they can't sleep.
Oh, twin 5-year-olds. That is rough.
That's a nightmare. Rebel Rabbit, Johnny B checking in, listening while feeling the will to be alive again. That's right. He slowed construction on the house because he's not feeling
He
well.
got sick over Thanksgiving.
Yes. Shane, the mixer driver, checking in. Trucker Lane checking in. Ranger Kate checking in. Grandpa Brandon.
I think it's really, really kind of disturbing that we know so much about Johnny B and have
And
no
his-
idea what he looks like or
No idea.
never talked to him personally.
Someday, Johnny.
Not today, though. If you're sick, you stay home. All right. Traffic, Gina, please.
Well, yeah, our friend Trucker Lane says it's foggy in Logan. Lane is part of our Infiniteam traffic. Guess what? You are too. Everybody is. Some radio stations only need 3 people to tell you what's happening in traffic. I need everybody's help. Let us know via text 33986 what you're seeing on the roads. Right now, things seem to be moving really well. UDOT's not reporting any incidents, but like I said, you can 33986. Utah First Credit Union, they work with you, not just your credit score. Your experience matters. Apply for a judgment-free auto loan and color outside the credit lines at utahfirst.com.
All right, had no idea you guys were on location. You sound great. Oh, that's nice. Lindsay checking in. Need to pick up my car from the bar.
Uh-oh.
I won.
Well, no, that's good because I left
you
it
did
there.
the right thing.
Yeah, well,
You did the right thing.
I won bingo 3 times and ended up getting an Uber home last night.
Yep.
Take me to Vegas. I'm obviously lucky. All right, there you go. We are broadcasting live this morning from Riverton Chevy in South Jordan. Come by and see us. South Jordan Gateway is where you can find us. Bring your donations, your physical donations. Throw them in the back of this big menacing red pickup truck behind us, and we'll get these things to the road home. The Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers will, anyway. I'll say that. Or you can just make your financial donations online at x96.com. All right, let's take a break. And we'll be back after these messages and a song with Big Boy News and Opinnuendo. And Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. Coming up after these, X96. Smashing Pumpkins. It's, let's see, 6:38 right now. We are broadcasting live from Riverton Chevy in South Jordan Gateway. Take the 106 South exit to find us. It's pretty easy, too. Just right there next to the freeway. Hi, we can see you as you drive by. Wave.
Well, don't drive by. Come over here.
Yeah, bring your physical donations here. Put them in the back of that pickup truck there behind us, and the Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers will make sure that it gets to the proper place, the road home. Coming up right now, we got Big Boy News and Opinioendo. Now,
Good luck.
Right after the Big Boy News, Frank Christ presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine, our Dead Celebrity Game. We'll present you a list of 4 celebrity names. 3 of them are fine. They're just fine. 1 of them dead. Pick the dead one correctly, and you will win what?
Taking Back Sunday tickets. They're coming to the Union on June 11th.
All right, so you can call and play 877-602-9696, or if you come down here, you can play in person with Frank. We're going to play that game in about 10 minutes now. Right after this, Big Boy News and Opinioendo, brought to you by...
Don't fight the IRS alone. Let the experienced, savvy team of McClure and Stewart do it for you. They're experienced. They care about their clients. They get results. Do yourself a favor. Get a free consultation. Find them online at McClureandStewart.com.
Well, Gina wanted me to do this story. She thinks it's the headline story of the day. Apparently, Britney Spears is considering reconnecting or reconciling with her father, Jamie, who she's had a contentious relationship with for many years, and they were estranged, or at the very least, she's going to be reconciled with his leg. Britney Spears' dad has had his leg amputated. This was a month ago, and so there's hope for a father-daughter reconciliation.
Is there?
Well, if he's just going to be hopping around, maybe.
No, see, I think the leg was the thing she had a problem with, and now that he doesn't have it anymore,
you do?
she doesn't have a problem.
I didn't ever like that leg.
That was her problem, was the leg.
Wait a minute. You took the left one? It was the left one I liked. I don't. Britney Spears, yes. So apparently he's not doing well. He's had a massive infection in his leg. It landed him in the hospital. He's had other ailments and been downcast amid the torrent of criticism over his handling of the conservatorship, something that he thinks is terribly unfair. Jamie's the one who moved from Louisiana to care for his daughter back in 2007, or at least to care for her money.
Yeah, my daughter's going to buy me a boat. That's who said that.
Lots of people who were involved back then say Jamie may have saved Britney's life at the time. Well, we'll see. It's an interesting twist. Let's see, what else can I possibly do here?
You're having issues with your...
Yeah, very bad issues with my computer here with the news gathering tool I use. 2 toddlers and their mother were pinned underneath a car after being run over yesterday afternoon at a Layton school parking lot. The accident happened shortly before 4 p.m. in the parking lot of Layton Christian Academy. Police say that the woman and her 2 kids were walking when they were hit by a driver heading west through the lot. Police said the car was moving pretty slow, but they believe that the sun was a factor, was in the driver's eyes, hit the 3 victims. The woman and her 2 kids, approximately 2 and 3 years old, were pinned underneath the car. But bystanders were able to lift the car enough to pull them out. Apparently, some kid at the school saw what happened, and he ran inside and got all. He said, "We gotta lift this car!" And a whole bunch of people came out, and they lifted the car up so that the mother and children could get out from underneath the car. They were taken to a local hospital. Police say it appears to be an accident, and I don't have any word on the condition, but I think they're not in critical condition. So I think looks like they'll probably be okay. 2 sites that the Utah Inland Port Authority is eyeing for development took center stage in Tooele yesterday as community members expressed their concerns over the choices.
Yes.
People rallied along Tooele's Main Street, yelling, "Stop the Tooele ports," in opposition to 2 project sites looking to expand industrial manufacturing and distribution centers. Tooele County is discovering and understanding the truth that trucks and trains of the inland port, the air pollution that they bring will cost a lot of health care dollars and make life a lot worse, said Courtney Henley with the Utah Physicians for a Healthy Environment. Air pollution, traffic, and impacts on the Great Salt Lake's nearby wetlands were also among the concerns brought inside the Inland Port Authority meeting. By being able to have jobs here, we can keep our people local, which is a great thing, responded Grantsville City Manager Jesse Wilson. So, pollution and wetlands be damned. If we can keep the tax base good, then we're okay. We'll be okay.
Yeah.
Local officials, along with the Inland Port Authority Executive Director Ben Hart, countered concerns with economic benefits and promises to put money from the projects into protecting wetlands. Oh, I'm sure they would do that.
Promise.
Yeah, we do. We promise we'll do that. Let's see what else we can.
Just as soon as we get back from the
here.
Bahamas, we'll, where we're keeping our money.
New York is going to have a special election to fill George Santos' House seat. New York Governor Kathy Hochul announced the election will she will fill the seat. The election will be February 13th, 2024. The election will temporarily fill Santos' vacated seat in the House of Representatives. A winning candidate would take the vacant seat until a permanent representative is elected, decided in the federal elections on November 5th, 2024. The House of Representatives, I don't understand that. Why would they have an election which puts a candidate in temporarily, I guess, to fill out the term.
Celeste Malloy will have to do the same thing.
Yeah, to fill out the term. That's what it is. You can't go beyond that. Let's see what else we have here. If you are, no, I don't want to do that story.
But if I'm what?
Well, Gina, if you'd like me to do a story about grieving and end of life.
Oh, no.
I decided that I wouldn't do that.
Thank you.
Well, I've got late-breaking, very important news. It just broke.
Yeah.
Very important news. Taylor Swift has been named Time's Person of the Year.
Didn't I predict? I said Taylor Swift.
Did.
I said Taylor Swift.
Yep.
Yes. Let's see what else we have here. That's. I think that's a good choice, actually. The NCAA. NCAA. I don't know if you were going to do this, but they're talking about allowing schools to pay athletes.
Well, to pay them the name and likeness.
The name and likeness stuff,
so NCAA President Charlie Baker has proposed a revolutionary plan that would clear the way for schools to directly compensate athletes through an educational trust fund, as well as name, image, and likeness deals. So name, image, and likeness deals, but also direct payments.
Some money.
This is according to a letter obtained by CBS Sports. The proposal would include the creation of a new FBS subdivision. Membership in the new FBS subdivision would be voluntary, but would require an investment of at least $30,000 per year into an educational trust fund for at least half of the total number of athletes. That would guarantee half the school's athletes would be subject to Title IX requirements, meaning that half the allocated money would be required to go to female athletes as well. In addition to compensation delivered through a trust, schools could sign additional NIL deals to augment compensation. So if you're a big school, you'd be able to pay them big.
Yep, this is how it's going.
It's professional football. It's professional sports now. I've always thought that that student athletes get kind of a raw deal in a lot of ways. They generate a lot of money for schools, and there should be some help for them.
Well, and the schools will always say, well, they do get compensated. They get
a
school.
scholarship.
Yeah, they get free school, but it's disproportionate.
Americans inhale an extremely alarming amount of chemicals that linger in the air from hair care products.
Yeah. According
to a new study from researchers at Purdue. And I see that wouldn't affect anybody here as I look at the state of the hair in this room. Hair care products.
But I'm going to the salon today.
On average, a person can inhale up to 17 milligrams of potentially harmful chemicals in a single hairstyling session, based on a research performed by Nusrat Jung, an assistant professor at the Purdue Lyle School of Civil Engineering. Most of the chemicals that were found to be inhaled are variations of organ silicone compounds. We don't need to know.
Bad stuff.
Yeah, it's crap.
Stuff you shouldn't be breathing in.
Crap which you shouldn't have in your lungs. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, this is a story. Last week, a pair of kangaroos were on their way to a truck to a zoo in Quebec, Canada, when they stopped at the Oshawa Zoo and Fun Farm for a rest stop. That's when one of the kangaroos jumped its handler raced off into the night. A search party of animal experts and volunteers pursued the kangaroo over the weekend, but they couldn't locate it. I think she would have been quite scared, said a zookeeper. This is an animal that has been used to having humans around taking care of her. Finally, at 3 a.m. in the morning, police officers spotted the fugitive kangaroo on a local farm, spent hours keeping eyes on it. Eventually, the kangaroo's handlers showed up, grabbed the animal by the tail. Apparently, it was none too thrilled because it socked one of the cops right in the face.
They will punch you.
Yeah, it's something that he and his platoon mates will be remembering for the rest of their careers, said Staff Sergeant Chris Beaulieu. I regret to inform that there was no video of the incident, he said.
There will be a Disney movie about this.
Yeah. If you've ever seen kangaroo, they used to stage exhibitions where guys would get in a ring with boxing gloves with a kangaroo and then usually get the ass kicked out of them by the kangaroo because they're not pleasant.
They're tough.
Yeah, they're tough and not pleasant animals. And I think that's about it. We need sports weather traffic.
Well, 1914 Baltimore News Babe Ruth rookie card sold for $7.2 million just after midnight on Monday. It's the third highest sum ever paid for a sports card. It's the most expensive Babe Ruth item of all time. In 1914, this is kind of interesting. 1914, a 16-year-old Baltimore paperboy named Archibald Davis collected baseball cards of his favorite Orioles. Then an international minor league team distributed daily papers. He found one depicting a 19-year-old pitcher born on St. Emery Street named Ruth. That's this card. He kept these cards in the family. They passed them down generation to generation for 107 years.
Wow.
Kids played with them like they weren't in a glass case somewhere. They were toys.
They weren't stored properly.
Which is probably why it didn't get the most money of all time. But they said overall the card was pretty well preserved for being actually played with and handled. Let's see. In college basketball, it was all local last night. The Utes over the Thunderbirds of Southern Utah, 88-86. And BYU over the Evansville Purple Aces, whoever the hell they are, 96-55. Let's see, Utah State plays today at 7 against San Diego. The Jazz are on the road against the Dallas Mavericks. That's your sports. Weather. We could break a record for heat today. 57 for a high expected. And a little bit of the haze is going to be in place today, but hopefully tonight, maybe tomorrow, we start to see a slight chance of rain. Better chance Thursday night into Friday, though. Will be rain the next couple of days if we see anything because it'll be warm. And then Friday it cools off enough that rain should change over to snow. 80% chance of that happening. Traffic, let me check here. We've had a great commute so far. And you haven't sent anything in. When I say you, I'm talking to every one of you, Infiniteam. I need your help with traffic. Let me know what you're seeing on the roads. If it's safe for you to text us, 33986. The Stateroom presents Creating Music Memories. Don't miss this chance to see Macy Gray perform live this Friday, December 8th at the Commonwealth Room. Get tickets and the full lineup at thestateroompresents.com.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Frank Christ.
He's crying.
What? Well, he's always kind of weepy.
Yeah, but he seems really upset now.
Frank Christ, Grim Reaper, Celebrity Reaper of what?
I was nearly late.
No!
I was nearly late.
What?
That's sad.
Who?
Tragedy.
What?
Norman Lear.
Oh.
I had to take Norman Lear before I got here.
Wasn't he 100?
101.
101. Norman Lear, the creator of All in the Family and
The Jeffersons.
Maude.
Oh,
And then there's more.
he's moving on up.
That just happened.
That just happened.
I'm
I had to
surprised you made it here.
and get here in time.
Well, Frank is a magical being, and he was able to stuff Norman Lear's soul into his sidecar and take him to the distribution center, and then jet here to play the game we call Frank Chris Presents.
They're fine. They're just fine.
Except Norman Lear.
Except Norman Lear.
Now, I don't know if we asked for a contestant. Did we?
We have a contestant. Mitch is on the phone.
Okay,
I believe.
Mitch.
Mitch, are you there?
Mitch, can you hear us?
Mitch.
Hi, morning, guys.
Hi, Mitch.
How are you?
Mitch is here to play. Frank Chris Presents. They're fine. They're just fine. I'm so sorry, Frank. I know you liked Norman Lear.
He was such an influence.
On you?
Not on me. I've been dead for a very long time,
Yeah,
but
that's what I
I've seen
thought.
the effect that he's had on the culture. And,
Mitch is going to play the game, and if Mitch wins, what does he get?
Tickets to see Taking Back Sunday coming to the Union on June 11th.
All right, Mitch, the game is simple. Frank has given me a list of 4 celebrities here that, well, 3 of the several celebrities on the list.
3 of them are just fine. I managed to check on them before I took Norman.
But one of them is dead, and Mitch, you have to identify the dead celebrity, and then you'll win those tickets.
Oh, good luck, Mitch.
Are you ready to go, Mitch?
Yep, let's do
Okay.
it.
All right. How are you, by the way, Mitch?
He's fine.
Oh, I'm fine. Just fine.
I thought so. All right, Mitch, because it's National Miners Day, these are actors in films centered around mines and mining. Okay?
Oh.
Here we go. Number 1, Frances Sternhagen made her debut in The Skin of Our Teeth on Broadway. Went on to receive 2 Tony Awards for The Good Doctor and The Heiress. Gained prominence and Primetime Emmy Award nominations for her recurring roles as Esther Klavan in Cheers, Cliff Klavan's mom, and Bunny McDougal in the HBO series Sex and the City. She's in an outer space mining movie with Sean Connery.
Oh, yes.
Called Outland.
Outland.
Yes, it's a rather good movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's Frances Sternhagen. Number 2, Ellen Barkin. Her breakthrough role was in the film Diner, starring roles in Tender Mercies, Eddie and the Cruisers, The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, The Big Easy, Johnny Handsome, and Sea of Love. She's in Active Vengeance about corruption during the United Mine Workers presidential election. Number 2, Ellen Barkin. Number 3, Martha Quinn, an American actress and radio and television personality known as one of the original video jockeys, VJs, on MTV. Her film appearances include Tapeheads, Eddie and the Cruisers, 2, Eddie Lives, and the low-budget horror film Bad Channels. She appears in Chopper Chicks in Zombie Town, where an evil scientist uses zombies as a labor force in a radioactive mine. Number 3, Martha Quinn.
Well, that just sounds like a good idea.
Well, it's kind of smart, isn't it? And then number 4, Anthony Zerbe. His notable films include the post-apocalyptic cult leader Matthias in The Omega Man. He's in Farewell, My Lovely, Papillon, Kiss Me, the Phantom of the Park, the James Bond film License to Kill, the Star Trek Insurrection, and The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions. He plays a coal miner in the movie The Molly Maguires. Number 4, Anthony Zerbe. All right, Mitch, which one of those celebrities is dead?
Oh, I'm going to take a guess here. Is it Anthony Zerbe?
No,
he's fine.
He's rather old. He's 87. But I'll give you another chance here if you'd like, Mitch.
Okay.
We believe in, unlike Frank, we believe in second chances.
I'm sorry.
It's not up to Frank. He gets his word.
Right, here, listen carefully now. Is it Frances Sternhagen, Ellen Barkin, or Martha Quinn?
Let's go, Francis.
Oh, yes.
Yes, Frances Sternhagen. She died just recently at the
Like
age.
this week, didn't she?
No, last week.
Oh.
It was wise.
At 93 years old, she
Yes.
died at home of natural causes. All right, Mitch, because you got it on the second try, we're going to give you tickets to see...
Taking Back Sunday coming to the Union on June 11th.
All right, hang on, Mitch, and somebody will tell you what you need to do to get your tickets. And thanks for playing the game.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, I better head back to the home office.
Because you didn't have time to fill out the
I
paperwork.
didn't have time to fill out. Norman's sitting in the waiting area right now.
Oh, no.
Plus, I know I'm going to get nothing but hate mail today, so I'm going to be just in front of my computer answering hate mail all day.
Say hi to what's left of Norman for us. will you?
There's not much, just this hat.
Yeah.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Frank. So long.
Traffic looks great. I'm on the UDOT website, and it's not telling me there's any issues, and you aren't, Infiniteam out there, texting us any traffic. If you do see something, though, you can let us know. If it's safe for you to text 33986. X96N Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers invite you to help those at the road home this holiday season with blankets, coats, boots, hats, and gloves. Drop-off locations are at any Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer, although we are at one right now. You could drop it off to us at Riverton Chevy, 111 South Jordan Gateway.
111 South Jordan Gateway. Come and see us. We're here till 10 o'clock. this morning doing the show. But the Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers are taking your physical donations all throughout the season and leading up to our big mediathon the days before Christmas.
20th and 21st.
20th and 21st, yeah. And people are coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you get people's names and stuff, will you?
I think that's Aaron right there.
Is that Aaron who stopped by our studio?
Yeah.
Yes, that's Aaron right there.
And I think we do have a box of donuts here somewhere.
We do. They're right over there.
I saw.
So help yourself to a donut when you come in.
Yeah.
And say hi. Get yourself a coffee mug.
Hello.
And, stick around because you can vote for your boner in person. Mm-hmm. You could even play Beat Gina in person.
You could.
We got all that and more coming up. KXRK Provo. Again, Riverton Chevy is in South Jordan.
Yeah.
And that is where we are today. So don't be confused. BigOTires.com.
Big O Tires, the team you trust. They're having their Black Friday sale through the 10th of December, and you can save on almost every tire at Big O. Save on tire brands you know and trust like Michelin, Cooper, Pirelli, Nitto, Toyo, Hankook, and more. And get to know your local Big O Tire people. I go to the one on 2nd East and South Temple, and they're always terrific. And they'll do even the little things. You go, my tires. I don't want to fill up my own tires with it. You pull in, and they'll fill them up for you.
Get them the right pressure, and I'm intimidated by doing that myself.
And Big O knows that tires and auto repair can be an unexpected expense. That's why they offer financing to fit your budget, no matter what your budget is, no matter what your situation. Big O will undoubtedly have a financing plan for you.
And it's kind of warm today, so you're not thinking about this, but we're supposed to get some snow later in the week. You should get you some winter tires. They're made of a different compound that makes it easier to grip the road.
Go to BigOTires.com, the team you trust.
X96.
Hey, listen up. You're special.
All right, 7:04 right now, broadcasting live from Riverton Chevy in South Jordan. How do you say that number again, Gina?
It's 111 South.
111 South.
111.
Because I see it and I go 1100.
Yeah, 111 South,
111
Jordan
South.
Gateway. And we heard from Darren and Roy.
Roy.
Yeah, I mean, I know everybody knows Darren and Roy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's actually going to drive all the way down here with donations.
I'm sure he is.
Well, he doesn't need to. I mean, there's a Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer close
In
to
Ogden.
him. As a matter of fact, he'll pass 3 of them on the way.
Darren,
But
you can
they
stop
don't have
somewhere
us. They don't have us. A lot of people have already stopped by Riverton here. Take the 106 South exit off of I-15, and then you go west under the freeway. Make your first left turn, which is what is it called? The Jordan Parkway.
Yeah.
And they just about 3/4 of a mile, and here we are.
Yep. It kind of winds around, crosses a railroad track, and yeah, you can find us easy.
Yep.
All right, and make your physical donations if you stop on the way. Grab a bag of socks, some underwear, a coat, hat, gloves.
And you can grab yourself a donut here. We actually have some other some T-shirts and some Radio from Hell mugs here also, while they last.
Nice, nice. All right, time for Things That Must Go. Brought to you by?
Looking for fun gift ideas for the holidays? Check out Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice, paints, and much more. Located at 6831 South State and online at hastergames.com.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
These are things that are bugging you, and you can't take it anymore. You just can't stand it. I can't stand no more, as Papa used to say. So what you need to do is put your must-goes down in an email and send them to radiofromhell@x96.com. Put must go in the subject line, if you would, please. If we read yours on the air, it might make you feel better, and sometimes we've been told it makes these things magically disappear from your life. Must go, things that must go. Carrie.
Oh, okay. The first one, when I mark a message as unread to help me remember that I need to check it out.
This is you?
Yeah.
This is you? Okay.
And, I have to check in on what they're asking me to help me remember to respond, and then I get doing some other things, and then I immediately click on the exact message thinking I need to read it because I have a few of those that are that way. I need to stop putting things off. This one from Johnny B. Things that must go. A brother-in-law who likes to taste test the turkey as he cuts it and licks his fingers after doing so. And then decides to pull said turkey apart by hand after licking his fingers without washing the implicated hands, and then informs us a couple of days later that he's unable to leave home because he's sick. That's just a maelstrom there. All right. Let's see, this one from Rosabelle. Things that must go. Saying the winner of the boner of the day is on the website. It isn't. It never is. It never has been. The candidates are listed, but never the winner. I can't listen to the boner of the day because of my schedule. I always check the website to see if the winner is finally shown there. Maybe this is some cruel game or joke being played by my inability to figure out where the winner is shown. It is there. The winner is bolded on our web post after 7:45. Katie does this personally every day.
So it's bolded. Is it? So it's not. It doesn't say winner. It's just bolded. So maybe that's helpful to people.
There you go.
So it'll just be the candidate that is bold.
Okay, is there a problem with putting? Do that too. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Put winner.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
For Rosabelle.
Yeah.
She needs your help.
You see, we can adjust.
Sometimes. This one from Tracy. The grocery store I go to taking down the donations barcode for the food bank at the registers. It really should be up all year and let people, not corporations, make the choice to donate or not. More stores that don't have the same barcode. Yeah, that's a good thing. And as Ed Brass was telling us on Monday, that the food bank is, I mean, we talk about the road home a lot. The food bank is in desperate need as well. So that would, boy, if there was a barcode, how easy would that be? And finally, this one from Johnny B's girlfriend, things that must go. All food that tastes like toothpaste must go.
Cilantro. She's talking about cilantro.
Is that what she's talking about?
I bet.
It does not taste like
No,
toothpaste.
it doesn't taste like toothpaste.
To some people,
it does.
tastes like toothpaste.
I don't care for it particularly, but it tastes soapy to me. Soapy.
See, yeah.
Not toothpaste.
Not
soap.
pasty?
No,
It's
it tastes
different
like
for everybody.
soap.
It's different for everyone.
Yeah. All right, I'll go next. And one thing that must go is this damn program that I try to use to gather news.
If only there was another you could use.
Listen, I have tried many, and you know what? They all suck.
Maybe it's time to stop.
They all suck.
And try something else.
Well, maybe it's time to stop doing the news,
Well, no,
because I'd be happy to do that too. Okay.
It'd be great to go back to newspapers.
Yeah.
I missed the sound.
Yeah.
This one says, hello, Lords. Feel free to use my name. It's Jeff Musco. Comes from my experience outside this year's Festival of Trees. In front of each entrance of the Expo Center, there were people stationed gathering signatures to reinstate the old Utah state flag.
Ooh.
They left me alone on my way into the Expo Center, but my wife and I were accosted by a guy as we were leaving. He said gentleman, but I don't think the guy was a gentleman.
No.
I immediately told the man that I happened to like the new flag, and he replied that he's just gathering signatures so the people can vote for their choice. My wife informed him that we did vote for this flag, and he shot back that it wasn't really a vote, but a marketing campaign. We never stopped walking to the conversation, so the conversation ended there, but it's bothered me ever since. The first thing that must go is that this guy doesn't seem to realize that a state flag is also, in fact, marketing and has no other significance that I can see. Second, I didn't see these people trying to gather signatures when the license plates were changed. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Third, what kind of government does this group think we live in? This is why we elect representatives, to make most of the small decisions for us. I can't imagine having to vote for every minuscule thing that our government does. And lastly, the fact that this group is so incredibly tone deaf, they think it's okay to camp out in front of a fundraiser for one of the most important hospitals in the area just to bother people for signatures. There are people inside the building mourning the loss of children and trying to raise money for primary children's, and you have the gall to yell at them because you're butthurt about a meaningless change like a new state flag. Everything about that group must go. Thanks for letting me listen. I've been a loyal fan around the time Gina got married, however long ago that was. Jeff, this one says, I know you hate traffic beefs, but backing into diagonal parking spaces must go. I frequent the Eccles Center, see shows, and park in the public parking garage just next to the theater. In the parking garage, travel is one way. However, some people park in the diagonal parking stalls by backing in. And then when the play is over, patrons are rushing to their cars. There's a crush of cars trying to get out of the garage. Those that have backed into a diagonal stall have to make a three-point turn to turn around and get out in the proper direction, delaying all the cars wanting to get past.
The Eccles is hard when you've been trying to get out at the end of a show. There it is.
And finally, this one. When the giant inflatable snowman doesn't get its air during the day. It looks like a big used condom strewn about the yard it's in. This must go. I won't get into what the inflatable Santas or reindeer resemble when they are deflated in the yard. Gina?
Thank you for letting me listen. You can use my name. It's George. I travel overseas 4 to 5 times a year, and here's some of the things I see on airplanes that should definitely go. People being rude because a child is crying. The parent's usually trying to help. It's frustrating being the parent of a crying child on a plane. I'm a 6'2" beefy dude, and my work pays for business, but sometimes I have to travel economy, and people act like it's the end of the world because we're going to be stuck very close to each other. If it bugs you this much, save up for a first-class ticket. When the flight attendant picks up the trash from the meal, some passengers just hand out everything as a mountain of trash. Don't you notice the attendant separates all your crap, cups from papers and plates? Just be courteous. People using way too much perfume when they're going to be on a plane for 8.5 hours. Seriously. And lastly, I've heard it before from Gina, people standing up to get their carry-on as soon as the plane pulls into the gate and the doors are not even open, and then your butt is sitting there in my face while I am sitting in my seat for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Also, people giving opinions about countries that have universal health care or free college saying how bad they are when they've never been there before.
Exactly.
Yes, the taxes are higher, but the benefits are good. And then, hello, Radio Lords. Yes, you can use my name. It's Kirk. I have a hefty list of things that must go. When my gym associate gets on social media proclaiming her triumphant jubilation that abortions have been overturned by the Supreme Court, and then excitedly posting a picture of her pregnant baby bump with a text saying, "Happy day, now my unborn baby girl is safe and will live a happy life."
Huh?
How was her baby's life threatened in the first place? Was someone forcing her to get an abortion? No. Let's see. Also, Fox News being shown only on the TV station at the gym. Where is the remote?
Exactly.
Also seeing many extreme right-wing shirts surrounding me in the weight room, like, RFK Jr. has a point, or did you hear what Tucker?
That's got to be a joke shirt.
It's got to be.
Did you hear what Tucker Carlson said last night? Maybe this is all too much to must go. Maybe I just need to move. No, don't move, Kirk, although Kirk says he's the only liberal in Utah County.
Kirk, no one has heard what Tucker Carlson said last night. No. All right, thank you. Things that must go.
Things that must go on the radio from Hell Show.
Well,
traffic.
Infiniteam, you've had it easy this morning, or you're not doing your job. One of the two.
Come on, you traffic hipsters, get on it.
Actually, UDOT says there's nothing going on either, so that's the good news. No major accidents or trouble so far this morning. If you do see something, though, please text us and let us know, 33986. Will your furnace and plumbing make it through the winter? Larson HVAC and Plumbing is Ream Pro certified. Get their $96 furnace tune-up and free water assessment and 10% off your first service. Visit larsonhvac.com/X96.
All right, we've got boners coming up. Here are the candidates you'll be voting for. Boner candidate number 1, his lifelong dream, bus driver. Boner candidate number 2, the name of the event should have made her think twice. And boner candidate number 3, Florida school libraries are not to expand knowledge of the world. No, not at all.
That's not why they're there.
No.
Okay. Boner of the day, big boy news, all coming up after these. Hoops Vision Correction, HOOPES Vision.com. Make sure you spell that right.
Give yourself a gift, won't you, this year? Or somebody else. It'd be a nice thing to find in a stocking, a certificate for LASIK at Hoops Vision. And right now they're offering you $800 off the procedure for a limited time. I think for the month of December only. So
their facility is just right over there from where we're broadcasting.
Yeah, very state-of-the-art facility, beautiful place.
Custom built.
Now I had my LASIK done by Hoops in the old building.
Oh, really?
Which was nice. But I remember that they said when you get up from the table, look at the clock through the window. There's a big clock on the building on the other side. Look at the clock now. And then when you get up from the table, look at the clock.
Yeah.
And you'll see a huge difference. Yeah.
I had my cataract surgery at the new facility.
Yeah.
That's nice.
LASIK is one of the safest, most effective ways to treat nearsightedness, farsightedness, astigmatism. Get rid of your glasses, your contact lenses. Make your appointment now. Call 877-30-LASIK or go to hoopsvision.com.
X96.
Mom?
On this day, Peter Buck from REM was born. He is 67 today, so that's South Central Rain, little REM. Let's see, 7:26, 25, 7:25.
Okay.
Time now for Boner of the Day. 3 news stories. These are examples of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. You will decide with your vote of these 3 candidates which one is the worst, which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today. Oh, what is today? I forgot.
It's the 6th.
6th of December, 2023. We'll give you 2 candidates now, a third after the news. Once you've heard all 3, you'll vote. One of you lucky random boner voters will receive.
I have a couple of prizes for you. You're going to get a Can't Buy It, Gotta Win It Radio from Hell Boner t-shirt, and you can wear that shirt along with 3 of your friends to go see Macy Gray at the Commonwealth Room on December 8th.
Good show.
All right, here's boner candidate number 1. His lifelong dream? Bus driver. A 28-year-old man in Atlanta climbed aboard a city bus but didn't want to pay the fare, so he became a hijacker instead, but not before verbally abusing the driver, who got off the bus, fearing for her safety. That's when the man got behind the wheel of the bus, and had at least one passenger on board. No particular place to go, so he decided to meander around the city in the bus, dropping a passenger off at a Waffle House before ending his scenic journey of about 20 minutes at the entrance to the Stone Mountain Park. Officers were called around 5 p.m. The person accused of stealing this bus, they said the man boarded the bus without paying, threatened the driver when he was told he couldn't ride, but then he drove around and even dropped the passenger off. Drove around.
So I keep driving the bus, Jerry.
So I was going to say, this is a Kramer.
Yes, Kramer did that.
His lifelong dream was to be a bus driver, I guess. That's why he did it. Boner candidate number 1. Here's boner candidate number 2. The name of this event should have made her think twice. Livingston County, Michigan. 62-year-old woman attempted a shoplift at a Walmart in Livingston County during a Shop with a Cop event on December 2nd, according to Michigan State Police.
Every year.
There were 75 police officers from different agencies present at the event, according to the press release. The event gives area children, through donations from local businesses, an opportunity to partner up with a police officer and shop for themselves and family for the holidays. Walmart staff notified a Michigan State Police trooper who was participating in the event that the woman was attempting to steal $727.86 worth of merchandise. The trooper followed the woman out to her vehicle, which was parked next to a patrol car, and she was arrested on the scene at the Shop with a Cop event. Yeah, and it does seem to happen once a year.
Our nation is not getting smarter.
The name of the event should have made her think twice.
Mm-hmm.
Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3. Florida knows what libraries are for, and it has nothing to do with expanding knowledge of the world.
Boner candidate number 3 coming up after this. Big boy news and opinioendo, brought to you by...
This holiday season, witness the magic of the Nutcracker, opening December 8th, featuring the timeless music of Tchaikovsky, performed live by the Ballet West Orchestra. Tickets at balletwest.org.
I thought about making this a boner candidate, but I didn't, because we've had too many similar ones lately, and police are investigating a possible hate crime after multiple pride flags were stolen from residents in the Ballpark neighborhood this week. Salt Lake police officers responded to the area, 1450 Main Street, early Monday, where several people reported that their pride flags had been taken from their homes. One resident's home also suffered a broken fence with a stolen flag. Police believe the thefts occurred Sunday night and into Monday morning. They're asking for neighbors to check their security cams and so forth. I bring it up also because this is a story I got from Fox, and with this story there was a picture, but it was a picture of that family in forget where it was, the 2 dads and the cute kids.
Oh, the cute family.
Yeah, there was a picture of them that accompanied this story with no caption or anything. It just, here's some people who've been victimized by the same thing. Let's use this picture for the story. It made no sense. But leave people's pride flags alone. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
It's not hurting anything.
A NICU nurse at Provo Hospital has been arrested on aggravated child abuse charges after allegedly injuring an infant under his care in the NICU unit. Kaysen Caldwell was taken into custody Monday after the NICU medical director at Utah Valley Hospital asked for an investigation into infant abuse. According to the arrest documents, a doctor had received photos of the infant's injuries and stated that the injuries were clearly consistent with squeeze and grab marks from hands. The doctor noted the bruises came from the hands squeezing a part of the body. The child's grandmother told authorities that she had logged into an app to watch her grandson in the NICU just after 8:30 p.m. That's an infant care unit. The grandmother said the nurse, she saw this on the app, identified as Mr. Caldwell, came over and was treating the baby very roughly. During an online session, the grandmother and another witness claimed that Caldwell turned the camera away from the infant's crib and saw the crib shaking. After approximately 2 minutes, the camera was once again focused on the baby, according to the witness. So the witness's parents arrived at the hospital the following day, and they claimed to have observed bruising on the infant's arms and stomach. And apparently this guy was. He said he found the baby crying, and he couldn't figure out why the baby was crying. So he performed abdominal massage and other exercises on the child, and he denied laying his hands on the infant's arms other than to swaddle the child, and denied moving the app camera focused on the crib. So there you go. Let's see. Salt Lake County, the council chose to table a discussion Thursday over a controversial proposal that states when genders can be in certain locker rooms at recreational facilities. Which genders can be in certain locker rooms? The proposed ordinance would make it so that people could only use the changing room of their assigned sex at birth, or use a separate room for individuals. Candace Duncan brought the matter to the council after she said she was made uncomfortable when someone who she believed was a man was in the same room, women's changing room, as she was. This ordinance for me is a protection of women from men in female spaces, she said. I know this is a tricky thing to address. I don't feel comfortable with men in women's rooms. Salt Lake County Council member Dia Thedor proposed the ordinance. Recently, we unanimously voted to offer free recreation passes to children. So that's another concern for me, the councilwoman said. Please think of the children.
Won't somebody please?
That we do not have a policy in place for changing rooms, I get concerned. In front of a packed room, some parents supported the ordinance because they think it will protect children and women. Others in the room of proposal say it sends a harmful message to the transgender community. One should use the locker room that looks like them, argued Jeff Burnett.
What are they going to do? Have somebody stationed outside, and they're going to decide who they let in?
Show me your wiener.
Oh, jeez.
And this person believed that this was a man. Believed. That's all it was.
Yeah.
You know, that's all it was, and it goes this far. You know.
I've been, and I've mentioned this before, I've been in places in other cities where men and women are using the same restroom together.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't find it a problem.
Ally
It's not
McBeal.
a big deal. It's not a big deal. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just, whatever. If you're planning to, okay. I don't want to do this story because this is a typical story of Christmas. If you're planning to buy a real Christmas tree this year, the supply is available and prices will be about the same as last year. That's of course. And then of course I've avoided doing the story of the 12 days of Christmas and how much
does that cost?
Every year we're forced to do that story.
So I'm not towing the line this year.
Resist, Bill.
I didn't
Go to some other morning show that's happy to tell you about that.
Oh,
Fight
well.
the good fight.
Oh, how much is it this year, New Grant? Well, the 12 days of Christmas is going to cost you more.
Here you go.
Every year it does. This is not a story.
Here you go, Gina.
Yes.
An American tourist died Monday after being attacked by a shark in the Bahamas.
I told you.
The woman was reportedly paddleboarding. Yeah, you'll do that someday, won't you?
No, you know what's never going to happen to me? I'm never going to get eaten by a shark.
Near a
I know
resort,
this.
when the shark attacked, a lifeguard who witnessed the attack immediately got into a boat and recovered the woman, along with a male relative, brought them back to shore, according to the Royal Bahamian, the cops in Bahamas. CPR administered to the victim. She suffered serious injuries to the right side of her body, and she did not survive the shark attack.
I can't get in a pool. My thing used to be I'm never going to get killed by a shark because I won't swim in the ocean. I'll just swim in a pool. But now that movie's coming out, the haunted
the killer
pool,
pool.
the killer pool,
Yeah.
I can't go in the pool.
No. I don't know what, Gina, you're going to have to just start staying home.
Yeah, remain seated. It's the safest possible choice of action.
And
or inaction, I suppose.
Sorry to report, as we did earlier with Frank Christ, Norman Lear has died. The television writer and producer who introduced us to political comedy, social commentary, and comedy with All in the Family and other shows, proving that it was possible to be topical as well as funny while attracting millions of viewers. He died on Tuesday at his home in Los Angeles. He was 101 years old. He was a longtime liberal and also a lover of this country and the Constitution of the United States.
He own a copy?
He owns a copy of
He
the
owns
Declaration of Independence, I believe.
And he also started up that organization. Its whole goal is the separation of church and state, which is another one of the list of reasons that I admire Norman Lear.
I was going to see if it mentions that here in this long obituary in the New York Times.
And he's been pretty active recently. Jimmy Kimmel has done.
There was a special.
A special where they were doing tributes to some of his projects, and that I feel like that was like a year ago.
It was
not that long ago.
Yeah, we watched it about a year ago.
Lear was named a recipient of the Kennedy Center Honor Lifetime Achievement Award from the Producers Guild of America. He acquired, let's see, I'm trying to see about the Declaration of Independence. He never made a secret of his liberal leanings, but he became increasingly active politically with the founding of People for the American Way in 1980 as a response to the moral majority, Jerry Falwell, and other voices on the right. His organization's efforts have included opposing a constitutional amendment barring desecration of the American flag, joining lawsuits on behalf of abortion rights, and publishing the book Hostile Climate, Report on Anti-Gay Activity. In 1985, Mr. Lear and his second wife, Frances, reached a divorce settlement estimated at $100 million or more. She used that money to found Lear's magazine. Oh, remember that magazine? I didn't know that was... it was a women's magazine. The magazine folded after 6 years. It was called Lear's. I remember that.
So many reasons to admire Norman Lear. I mean, he even helped curb my father's racism. not remove, but
not
certainly,
but
certainly curbed it.
He was the subject of a documentary in 2016 called Norman Lear, Just Another Version of You. And, he was just a remarkable human being. Served in the United States Army. So there you go.
Hell of a story.
Anyway, that's the news.
All right. Weather, traffic.
So today, quite warm. Could even be record-breakingly so. Highs in the upper 50s and sunny today. Will be a little bit hazy. That's starting to build back in. Not much more time for it to build back in, though, because we are going to start seeing weather change Thursday into Friday. It'll start out as rain because it's going to be warm, and then it looks like by Friday we get cold enough that changes over to snow. 80% chance of snow on Friday, it looks like. Traffic. We have a crash northbound I-15, 52nd south, milepost 300. It's off to the left shoulder. UDOT's building a new 16-mile, 4-lane divided highway that'll connect Farmington, Centerville, and West Point. It'll add 6 new interchanges to improve access to local residents. That construction is causing some slowage this morning. Friends of the program, Infiniteam, letting us know... rubbernecking, slow down, northbound 90th, south I-15. It's a flat tire, people, our traffic hipster says. Thank you for being part of our Infiniteam. Actually, several people texting in. Traffic slowing down southbound I-15 just north of 4th South in Bountiful. UHP stopping semi things to pick up so some debris on the road, I guess is what they're saying there. Thank you for sending those in at 33986. There's a new local company called NAFS. They want their pocket knives in your pocket and Christmas stockings. Visit their store in Clearfield where they sharpen blades too. Go to nafs.com. That's KNAFS.com. Use promo code X96 and save 10%.
Boner candidate number 3. Florida knows what libraries are for, and it has nothing to do with expanding knowledge of the world. The school board in Escambia County, Florida, is being sued over their decision to remove And Tango Makes Three and other books from public school libraries. And Tango Makes Three is the true story of two male penguins, Roy and Silo, who lived in the Central Park Zoo and raised an adopted chick. This is a true story. The woman who challenged the book, notorious Escambia County English teacher Vicky Baggett, told Popular Information she was concerned that it exposes students to alternate sexual ideologies, Baggett said.
There's nothing sexual in this book at all.
A second grader would read this book, and that idea would pop into the second grader's mind that these two people of the same sex that love each other. The school board appeared to have similar concerns. The fascination is still of those two male penguins, school board member David Williams said. So I guess I'll be voting to remove the book from our libraries. The lawsuit is ongoing, but here's what the Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody has said about all of this. Now, Ashley Moody says it should be dismissed. In an extraordinary filing this year, Moody argued that the First Amendment doesn't apply to public school libraries. So the lawsuit is they're suing to get the book back into the library. So they're suing to get it back in there. But no, Ashley Moody, the Florida Attorney General, says, no. This does not apply to school libraries. Here's the filing that Moody did. Florida argues that the purpose of public school libraries is to, quote, convey the government's message.
Oh, that scares the hell out of me.
And that can be accompanied through the removal of speech that the government disapproves of.
What country is this?
It's Florida. This issue of what books are allowed to be carried by school libraries, Florida state should be settled at the ballot box. According to the state's filing, public school libraries are not a forum for free expression.
Wow.
Boner candidate number 3.
And you know, that's how gay works.
Yeah.
It doesn't occur to you.
No.
And then you read a book and you think, oh,
I'm going to be gay.
Maybe I'll do that.
How many
That's how that works.
how many gay penguin books would you have to read to turn you gay?
Listen,
is my question.
You know,
how many?
You know, part of the problem, though, is really the problem is you read a book like that, and it might teach you tolerance and acceptance.
Yeah.
And they don't want that.
They don't want that.
They don't want.
No.
They don't. That's really the problem. They don't think it's going to turn you gay. What they think is this will make you be perhaps tolerant of people who are.
What they're tired of is their kids telling them, as I told my dad, Dad, you're a racist.
I love you.
I love you, but you're a racist. They're tired of their kids saying you're a homophobe.
Yeah.
And so, how do we do that? Well, we just get rid of it altogether.
Like my grandfather during the Vietnam War said, "Oh, those people over in Vietnam, all they want to do is lay under trees and eat coconuts." That's what? That's the most racist thing I've ever heard.
They're sick of their kids telling them that their opinions are not evolved, and so they want to stop this altogether.
And I don't think there are coconuts in Vietnam.
There might be.
Right.
All right.
All right. So here we go. Let's review and then vote for these boner candidates. Boner candidate number 1, his lifelong dream, bus driver. He stole a bus. He hijacked it, and then he, just drove it around and dropped off a passenger. Boner candidate number 2, the name of the event should have made her think twice. The 62-year-old woman who shoplifted during a Shop with a Cop event at a Walmart in Michigan, I believe. And boner candidate number 3, Florida knows what libraries are for, and it has nothing to do with expanding knowledge of the world.
All right, let's get to voting. Here we go. You've got to decide of these 3 candidates, which one is the worst. Which one deserves to be Boner of the Day for today, December 6, 2023? We'll give you 1, 2, or 3. Remember your candidate number, the one that you think should win. Put that single digit in the message of a text, and then text that to 33986. A lot of votes are coming in now. You can call the producer's booth in Salt Lake at 877-602-9696. Use your voice to vote. Or you can go online, x96.com. Look for the box that says Boner of the Day, December 6, 2023. Click and vote. And if you don't see that box, refresh your browser. It will appear. Click and vote. Easy to do, but you have until the end of these messages to do it. Let's vote. This is Boner of the Day. Salt Lake Film Society, slfs.org. And you can buy your tickets there, see the showtimes there.
Yeah, and they have this really fun event that they do every year. It's become a holiday tradition. It's called Sing with Maria, Sound of Music. So it's kind of like Rocky Horror,
where they have the shadow cast, and I think they really should have a trans Maria. If
No,
they're going
it's-
to do
I
this.
Sure.
It's the 15th year they've done it. It's an event for the whole family. And what I mean by it's kind of like Rocky Horror is because you get a prop bag, because there's points where you pull out the proper prop that accompanies the songs. There's an MC entertainment, free giveaways, a costume contest, cool prizes.
Is there Edelweiss in the bag?
There might be. I don't know what's in the bag. What's in the bag? Tea and cookies at intermission. It's just a fun family activity. So it's already happened once. There's only one more day, December 9th. They have matinee and evening shows. You can find out all about it at slfstix.org.
X96.
The unforgettable Christmas.
Let's award Boner of the Day.
And the Boner of the Day is brought to you in part by some borscht.
Really?
Yeah. Leftover. It was we had a nice big pot of borscht on Sunday, and I had
Leftover borscht.
You know,
And
Sunday borscht.
Yeah.
I think leftover borscht is coming to the Kilby Block Party. I
Yes,
think I
they are.
saw them on the list.
And a big hunk of rye bread too, dark rye.
And Baseco, the first name in foundation stabilization in Utah, is that just a crack in the wall, or is it a sign of a major issue? Or your windows or doors sticking to any area of the floor slope? Level up with Baseco, Utah's highest quality foundation stabilization and repair. Schedule a free assessment today at baseco.net. That's BASECO.net.
Well, the bus hijacker, 8 people 8 people said, that's outrageous. I'm voting for that for Boner of the Day.
They're fellow bus drivers, probably.
Yeah. Or fellow hijackers.
Yeah.
And then almost 100 votes, well, about 80 votes for Boner candidate number 2, the Shop with the Cop one. But the winner of today's Boner voting, number 3, with 185 votes. Florida knows what public libraries or school libraries are for, and it's nothing to do with expanding your knowledge of the world or teaching you tolerance.
Yeah.
It's, to make you intolerant and hate people.
Exactly. All right. There's your Boner of the Day for today, December 6, 2023. Now qualified to be Boner of the Week.
We've got a lot of people stopping by. Ranger Kate came by earlier, brought some
Yes.
donations here to Riverton Chevrolet for the road home. Ranger Kate and her daughter, Madeline.
Certainly her daughter.
Yeah. They,
Such a resemblance.
Also Ranger.
Ranger Kate is called Ranger Kate because she goes to as many national parks as she can, and both she and her daughter brought in these vests that are covered with badges that you collect at various national parks around the.
That was something.
And then this fellow brought some stuff in. He signed this Snowman Fred, or Snowman and Fred. I'm not sure which it is. Carrie, Bill, and Gina, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I just wanted you guys to know that you 3 have been so important to me just by being you. I would not have survived some of the things I went through if it wasn't for your show. I'm not exaggerating that at all either. So thank you. I will be leaving the state soon, but I'll be listening, and I will be proselytizing the show as long as I am able. I hope that it's a long, long time. I hope you guys don't mind the silly little gifts. I'm doing personal things this year, gifts for people I care about. Sorry about the spelling. Love you guys sincerely, Snowman and Fred. And then he gave each one of us a bookmark.
Bookmarks.
Yeah.
Personalized bookmark.
Mine says, Merry Christmas. I know who you are on the radio and in my heart. And then it also says, Walter Cronkite's got nothing on you, buddy.
Oh.
You are my news. You were and always will be my news.
Nice.
Thanks. That's nice. That's lovely.
And if you're moving out of state, we've lost a lot of friends of the program to moving out of state, but we hear from so many of them. They can.
We haven't lost them. They're still there.
They're still there. You can stream the show, of course, live. You can hear us live that way, and you can podcast too. We got lots of ways that the show's available to you.
But join us here at Riverton Chevrolet. Oh, Jess just came in and
Sweet Pea Jess.
brought some stuff.
Longtime friend of the program.
Yes.
So you can do the same thing. Just stop by Riverton Chevrolet, get off the freeway at 106 South, go under the freeway, west under the freeway.
Turn the first place you can turn left.
Yeah.
And that road kind of winds around, and you'll get here to 111 South Jordan Gateway. Now, we're here till 10 o'clock, but you can come here later in the day or any of the Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers and drop off items for the road home. When we talk about items, it's cold weather items like coats, hats, gloves, even something as simple as a new pair of warm socks. If that's all you can afford. We've heard some people come in going, I wish I could do more. Gosh, one pair of socks would be great if you can do that.
It's terrific. And also you can, there's a list of things that we need on our website. If you go to x96.com and then just over to the right of that opening page, it says the Road Home Mediathon, Rocky Mountain Chevy Dealers. Click on that. There's a list of all the Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers. And you can take stuff to any one of them. We understand somebody called us earlier and said John Watson up in Ogden.
Yes.
Their truck is full, and we're not going to John Watson this year, but thanks for folks in Ogden taking stuff to John Watson and dropping it off. But there are all these Chevy dealers. You can go to any one of them when they're open, obviously, and bring things for the road home. They need towels. That's another thing. Laundry detergent, kitchen items, also diapers, size 5 and 6, new underwear, all sizes for adults and children. And bring it to us, or or you can just go to our website. There's a big red button there that says donate. Click on it and make your cash donation, your monetary donation.
Yeah. We've had people stop by and thank you, and they've had cash with them here.
That's okay.
I mean, it's okay, but it's safer, I think, if you do it online.
Yeah, because I don't trust Katie.
I trust Katie.
That is a very secure envelope.
It's
right there.
it's just better if you do. You'll get a receipt if you do it online, which is great.
Yeah, there's a Costco right across the freeway. There's a Walmart right over here on this side of the road. A lot of places where you can pick up affordable physical items to donate to the road home and just bring them over. There's a Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer near you, all the way from Spanish Fork to as far north
Let's
as
see.
Logan?
I want to say Brigham City or something, but it may be Ogden.
Park City, Tooele.
Park City to Tooele is east and west.
Yeah,
so I mean, there's a location near
Layton.
you. Layton.
Ogden is probably the furthest north.
Yeah.
We've got donuts here. We've got some Radio from Hell mugs and T-shirts and things while they last here. So.
Hey, Katie, that envelope with the money in it. Now, remember, when you get that to the road home, designate that amount of money to our totals for X96.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you donate online, make sure you specify it's X96.
If you do it on our website, that's what shows on it says a radio station you would like to credit to, and X96 is there, but it says choose a radio station. Don't you dare.
Because, I mean, we're nice. We like to help people, but it's also a competition with other radio stations and TV stations, too.
And the TV, yeah. We like to beat them all. All right. We will take a break. We'll be back more from Riverton Chevy here in South Jordan as we broadcast live until 10 this morning. Yes, I know the Costco opens at 10 a.m., but the Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers are open after that. That's my point. All right. Anyway, KXRK Provo. We will take a break. We'll be back after these. RanLife.com/X96.
RanLife is the home mortgage company that has my mortgage. As a matter of fact, I just paid them yesterday, my monthly payment. And they make that really simple. It's all done online, and I actually don't even think about it until I see, oh, yeah, look, I just paid them. I didn't remember that I was paying them, but I just paid them. RanLife would like this holiday season to help you celebrate the holidays, bundle your debt, and unlock the value of your home. Your home is a valuable asset, not only just for shelter, but you can use the money that's there to help you. You can secure extra cash, you can consolidate your credit card debt, and you can lower your monthly payments. Let RanLife tell you or help you figure out how to do that. Make your home's value work for you this season. Visit RanLife.com/X96. RanLife Home Loans, your key to lower debt, lower payments, and celebrating home ownership. RanLife.com/X96.
KXRK Provo, X96.
Yeah, like Agatha in Vineyard did.
Aggie.
Yeah, I think they call her
Aggie.
In Vineyard?
Yeah.
Vineyard.
Vinyard.
That's Vineyard.
The Critics' Choice Awards, 2024 Critics' Choice Awards television nominations. They just announced their nominees, and there are a couple of things on here that are kind of weird, I think.
Okay.
Now, Best Drama Series, they've nominated, let's see, the awards are on January 14th. They've nominated The Crown, The Diplomat. I don't know what The Diplomat is.
It's Kerry Russell.
Oh. Trying to be a diplomat?
Yeah, I mean.
It doesn't. The Last of Us, Loki, The Morning Show, Star Trek: Strange New Worlds, Succession.
Most of the shows I watch are on that list, except for the
You have
Kerry
good
Russell
taste,
one.
apparently. I've heard that Diplomat one's good.
Actor in a drama series. Kieran Culkin for Succession.
He'll win.
Tom Hiddleston, Loki.
He'll win.
Timothy Oliphant, Justified, City Primeval.
Oh, he was really good.
I didn't ever finish that. I just couldn't.
It was good.
I just couldn't do it.
It wound up nicely.
Pedro Pascal, The Last of Us.
Oh, wait. He's good.
Ramon Rodriguez in something called Will Trent.
I didn't see that.
I don't know what that is. Jeremy Strong in Succession.
Also good.
Yeah. But nobody likes him. So, Best Actress in a Drama, Jennifer Aniston, The Morning Show.
She's good.
Anjan Ellis in Justified, City Primeval.
Oh, also good.
Was that the prosecutor woman?
Yeah.
Bella Ramsey, The Last of Us.
Also.
Carrie Russell, The Diplomats. Sarah Snook, Succession.
These are all
I don't
good
know
actresses.
how you choose. Reese Witherspoon. Best Supporting Actor in a Drama, Khalid Abdallah in The Crown. He plays Dodi Fayed in The Crown.
Oh, okay.
And he's really.
Have you been watching The Crown?
He's always.
I've always watched The
No,
Crown.
but I mean, you stuck with it. Like you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why?
Oh, I don't know.
Why wouldn't I?
I dumped out of The Crown.
Why?
I don't.
It's that whole thing with
Now
Prince Charles and a balloon, something to do with.
No, it's a different show.
That's
no,
a
that's
different
something.
show.
That's
Okay,
different.
all right.
Billy Crudup, The Morning Show.
Also good.
I don't get. I don't. Ron Cephas Jones. See, I never have liked Billy Crudup ever since he left Mary Louise Parker. He left her high and dry.
She was pregnant, wasn't
Yeah.
she?
Yep.
He'll always be Dr. Manhattan to me.
Well, and I don't want to think of that either. Ron Cephas Jones, Truth Be Told. I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Matthew McFadden. Now, I think he's the best one on Succession. He's Sarah Snook's husband.
Oh, he's my favorite.
He's the best.
I want him to be a Marvel villain so bad.
And you know he's British.
Is he now?
Yeah.
I want him to be Dr. Doom.
Ken Hui Kwan for Loki and Rufus Sewell for The Diplomat. Best Supporting Actress, Nicole Bahari, The Morning Show. Don't know.
She's one of the anchors.
Elizabeth Debicki, The Crown. Yeah, she's pretty damn good. She looks just like Princess Di. Sophia DiMartino, Loki. Let's see, somebody Gooding in Star Trek: Strange New Worlds. Celia Rose Gooding. Karen Pittman, The Morning Show, and Christina Ricci, Yellow Jackets. Is that a show coming back?
Yes.
Yellow Jackets?
Oh yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, I know, but it's been off forever.
The strike and the quarantines and all that stuff.
Best Comedy Series, Abbott Elementary, Barry, The Bear, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Poker Face, Reservation Dogs, Shrinking, and What We Do in the Shadows.
I watched them all.
Yeah, I saw all of them. I I didn't stick with Shrinking after a while. I dropped out of that. But the other one, and I just think What We Do in the Shadows is incredibly funny. And I also was recruited and brought back on board for Our Flag Means Death. I didn't like it at first, and then I started watching it again, and it's just.
I stepped away. Maybe I'll go back someday. I don't know.
It's Best Actor in a Comedy is Bill Hader, Steve Martin for Only Murders, Kayvan Novak for What We Do in Shadows. Oh, he's my favorite. It's Nandor.
No, that's Nandor.
That's Nandor. That's right. Drew Tarver for The Other Two.
I don't even know that.
Oh, The Other Two is a good show.
Oh, that is, yeah. It's got, what's her name, from Molly Shannon?
Yeah,
from
she's
Saturday
there.
Night Live.
Yeah, very funny show.
Yeah.
Apparently a brutal writing room. So bad that they canceled it.
Jeremy Allen White, The Bear. putting that in the comedy. In the comedy.
It's hard because sometimes that show is so dark.
And Defaro Woon Atai, I don't know which person that is on Reservation Dogs. Don't know. Best Actress in a Comedy, Rachel Brosnahan, Mrs. Maisel, Quinta Brunson, Abbott Elementary, Io Edebiri, The Bear. She's great. Bridget Everett, Somebody Somewhere, Devery Jacobs, Reservation Dogs, and Natasha Leone for Poker Face. You know, if you guys aren't watching Reservation Dogs, if you haven't seen it, you really owe it to yourself to go watch it.
I have a.
Me neither.
I love those kids. They were great.
Here's the thing. This list of TV shows, these are all really good TV shows.
Excellent.
And then I'm looking at the list of possible nominees for the Academy Awards. We had a good year this year for movies too.
I haven't. What are some of the ones on that list?
Oh, I mean, these are possibilities. These are the ones that are floating. I mean, you have your Oppenheimer, you got
Barbie,
all those, and it just a good year for movies as well. Which usually it's TV's hot and movies aren't. But movies have stepped up.
So I was watching. So Fargo has been nominated for Best Limited Series. I watched the third episode now of Fargo with John Hamm and Juno Temple, and it's so good. It's like a 60-minute movie every time you see it. It's just like stunningly good. And John Hamm is great with his nipple rings and
they're prosthetic. They're fake.
They're fake. His nipples are fake. The rings are real. No, it's he has fake nipples. He plays a sheriff, and he's the kind of sheriff. I'm the law of the land here. These FBI agents come to see him. He's sitting in this hot tub, a big hot tub, smoking a cigar, his cowboy hat on, and they come. You seem to be flouting a lot of federal laws, Sheriff. I forget his name, Sheriff Ham.
Nipple clamp.
Yeah, Sheriff. And he said, "What do you mean federal laws? I'm the law.
Sure.
I'm the sheriff. I'm the sovereign sheriff here. I'm elected by the people to do the people's business."
There are actual sheriffs that behave in this.
There's a sheriff in Utah who behaves that way.
Oh, believe me, my uncle was a Utah County sheriff. I know all about this.
These sovereign sheriffs that are it's nonsense. There's no such thing that that they are the law of the land. It's just not. And I'm sure they're going to play this up even more as it goes on.
Killers of the Flower Moon available to rent this weekend.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Oh, and it's
to watch it.
Is it? Do you have to rent it, or do you?
Yeah.
Because
it's Apple. On Apple.
It's on Apple TV.
You probably have to pay for it, though.
Probably.
Well, I don't think if you have Apple TV, you can watch it.
No, there are some movies on Apple TV that you have to rent, and they're usually the new releases. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I mean, not forever, but
yeah.
Well, I'm not going to pay for it.
That's what I'm thinking.
I am already paying Apple TV.
Do you think they make movies for free,
See,
Bill?
that's what I'm thinking. Sue says we should rent it this weekend, and I'm like, can we wait?
We pay. I pay for Apple TV. They can show me that movie. I mean, Martin Scorsese. He's
some of the services get them right away. I mean, like Peacock sometimes gets new releases, and Dial of Destiny is available on Disney Plus. You could watch that.
What's that?
The new Indiana Jones.
Oh. I don't know. I didn't. I fell out of love with Indiana Jones.
How can you fall out of love with Indiana Jones?
Because that movie.
Have you met Bill?
With the ants. And look at my face. Look at my face. Can't you see that I have fallen out of love with Indiana Jones?
Actually, that's exactly what you look like.
It's if they disappoint me even a little bit, they're dead to me. Is what it comes.
Your expectations are high.
Indiana Jones disappointed me with what was it? The Crystal Skull? Was that the one?
Well, I mean, go back and watch it. I watched it again, and it's not as bad as I remember it.
I remember the Jeep chase fight thing was good, and that's all I took away from that movie.
Yeah. I went back and watched it again, and the complaint was always, "Oh, come on, aliens!" And then I went, "But wait a minute!
Supernatural
in the first
stuff?
movie, you've got ghost melting Nazis' faces." But aliens is where you draw the line. The ghosts, that's okay.
No, but Carrie, that's history. That's biblical history. The Ark of the Covenant. That's real. Yeah. That's stuff that really happened.
In my favorite Indiana Jones movie, Temple of Doom, there's a voodoo doll that actually works. That's okay. But you drew the line at aliens.
The thing about Temple of Doom was all those children's slaves. That couldn't deal
glorious,
with that.
wasn't it?
I couldn't. I couldn't deal with that very well either.
And again, swinging monkeys. You have a problem with the swinging monkeys in the Crystal Skull, but voodoo dolls, you're okay with that.
I don't remember
Ghosts,
swinging monkeys.
you're okay with that. A guy that lives forever in a cave guarding a cup.
Yes, that's believable.
That's okay, but you draw the lines at swinging monkeys.
Well, people have to draw the line somewhere.
Not if you're watching an Indiana Jones movie. You buy the premise, you buy the bit.
Well, at any rate, those are the Critics' Choice Awards, and all of those shows are good shows, and so they should give an award to all of them. Just say,
sure.
This is what we're doing this year.
Everyone
you all get an award.
T-Ball Nation?
Yeah, that's right. You all get a ribbon. You're a participant.
All right. Yes, traffic, please.
Yeah, Infiniteam Assemble. You say traffic southbound I-15 is horrendous in Davis County. It just took me 40 minutes to get from Layton to Farmington. Thank you for letting us know. Friend of the program checking in from Wichita, Kansas. Let us know how the traffic is there. We'll pass that along, too. Bad wreck, I-15 66 South. This is southbound, it looks like. A couple different friends of the program texting that one in to 33986. Black Velvet Boutique, Utah's locally owned sexual wellness resource. Their knowledgeable and discreet staff can help you find sexy, fun gifts like lingerie, toys, lotions, and books. Open 7 days a week, 595 South State in Clearfield.
All right. Coming up after some messages and a song, it's Beat Gina. We're going to play it here on location. And you know what? If you come down and make a donation and want to play in person, we'll give you preference over the telephone callers. So far, there's no one who wants to play up front here. So call, line up to play Beat Gina, 877-602-9696. What am the prize?
Tickets to see comedian Bill Burr live at the Delta Center on February 24th. Tickets go on sale Friday, December 8th. You can get ticket links at x96.com.
Everybody wants these Bill Burr tickets, so line up at 877-602-9696. Unless you can come down here and make a compelling argument to play in person, it's Beat Gina after these messages and a song. X96. Nirvana. All right. Is this a sponsored feature, Jim?
Yes, Feldman's Deli, Utah's authentic Jewish deli with expanded hours, now open Tuesday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8:30 p.m., breakfast till 10:30, lunch, dinner, live music Fridays and Saturdays. More information at feldmansdeli.com.
Listen up. It's time for the country's favorite game show with the country's favorite sweetheart. Yes, it's time for Beat Gina, and I'm sweetheart announcer Johnny Ola with a Tell Me Another Moment from Kleenex Tissues. Kleenex will pay you $5 for every Kleenex True Confession story like these. MS in Glencoe, Illinois writes, "There is a Santa Claus for sure. My nose was redder than Santa's suit until I switched from cheap, scratchy tissues to soft, absorbent Kleenex during colds." Nice. And from BS in the Bronx, New York, "My records are clean since I started dusting my discs with Kleenex. I find the Brahms and the Boogie Woogie sound better and last longer." And MDN in Mechanicsville, New York writes, "I bite on a Kleenex tissue every time I change dresses. It prevents lipstick smears and cuts cleaning bills." Also from JG in Denison, Iowa, "Kleenex is perfect for packing away the tree ornaments." Kleenex makes a swell Christmas gift, too. To get your $5, send a Kleenex True Confession story to Kleenex, 919 Michigan Avenue, Chicago, Illinois. And now, here's a man who never needs a tissue. His nose is never drippy.
No, it does.
It's Carrie Jack Jackson, your host.
I thought you were going to say he's America's sweetheart.
I'm America's sweetheart announcer.
True. All right, the randomizer has picked a contestant on the phone back at the studio. Looks like Kyle is who you'll be playing against today, Gina.
Hi, Kyle.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, Gina.
All right, Kyle, we're going to toss a coin to see who goes first. It will give you an advantage in the game. You call it heads or tails?
Tails.
All right, coin toss app. Heads. Gina Barberi goes first.
Kyle, you're one step further away from winning these tickets to see comedian Bill Burr live at the Delta Center on February 24th.
Now, Kyle, because you lost the toss, that means Gina goes first with these pop culture questions. A multiple choice. If she gets it correct, she gets the point. If not, then I'll allow you to steal the point away with a correct answer. We'll go back and forth till one of you gets 3 points. Now, if you beat Gina, you get the Bill Burr tickets. But if she beats you, what are you prepared to do in her name?
A $50 donation to the Utah Food Bank.
Thank
All right.
you.
Okay. Because today is the anniversary of Roy Rogers' death.
Okay.
We didn't go specifically Roy Rogers. We went cowboy movie trivia.
Okay.
So various cowboy movies. All right, Gina, first question for you.
All right.
Which American actor played in multiple Italian-made westerns as a character often known as the man with no name? Italian-made westerns. Is it 1, "It's a me, Mario"? Is it 2, Eli Wallach? Is it 3, Clint Eastwood? Or 4, Rick Dalton?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood is correct.
That's a point for Gina. And now to you, Kyle.
Kyle? Let's see here. What's the name of the shortest cowboy at 5'2" who appeared in over 70 westerns? Is it 1, Vern Troyer? Is it 2, Buzz Barton? Is it 3, Quick Carl? Or 4, Baba Louie?
Let's go number B, letter B.
Buzz Barton is correct.
That's
well done.
A point for Kyle.
Well.
1-1. Back to you, Gina.
Gina? Roy Rogers and Dale Evans rode the TV range from 1951 to 1957 in the Roy Rogers TV show. They had a bumbling sidekick who provided a humorous aspect to the show. Who starred in this role?
Okay.
Is it 1, Pat Brady? Is it 2, Rafael Cruz? Is it 3, Dick Grayson? Or is it 4, Baba Louie?
Well, number 1.
Pat Brady is correct.
That's correct. He had a Jeep named Nellie Bell.
You were a fan, were you, Joe?
No. It's 2-1. It's just that was all that was on.
Yes.
And 2-1.
We didn't have options back then.
Just
Not
Kyle's
many
turn.
choices. Kyle, who is considered to be Hollywood's first Western megastar? Hollywood's first Western megastar. Is it 1, Tom Mix? Is it 2, Marathon John? Is it 3, Seamus McFly? Or 4, The Lone Ranger?
I want to say it's 4, but I think it's number 1.
Tom Mix is correct.
That's correct.
Yes.
The game is tied.
Wow.
The game is tied 2-2. Gina, you could win with this question.
Okay.
All right, let's see. Let's pick a good one here. Here we go. Who is known as the Singing Cowboy? Starring in movies with his own television show, his signature song was Back in the Saddle Again. Was it 1, Bullseye Remington? Is it 2, Gene Autry? Is it 3, Roy Rogers? Or 4, Conway Skinner?
It's Autry. Gene Autry.
Gene Autry is correct.
Who also owned one of the biggest radio stations in Los Angeles.
Yes. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did
and
I just
TV
win?
stations. Yes,
That's
you did.
the
You win the game,
winning
Gina.
point there.
Congratulations.
Good job.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Kyle, but you know what? I have the feeling that Gina's going to be giving you something special this holiday season.
Do you see
Kyle.
that on my face,
I,
Johnny?
I
You
can see it coming right out of your face.
Coming out of my face and straight to you anyway, Kyle, even though I beat you. Tickets to see comedian Bill Burr live at the Delta Center on February 24th. For everybody else, tickets go on sale Friday, December 8th. You can find ticket links and more information at x96.com.
I've got to go blow my nose. Has anybody got a tissue?
Oh, I think our sponsor has it for you. All right, big boy news now as we broadcast live from Riverton Chevy in South Jordan for the Road to the Road Home. Bring your physical donations to us. We're here till 10, but they'll take them after that and up to the Christmas season, holidays, because the Riverton Chevy, and they're a member of the Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers. And all the Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers are taking your physical donations while their showrooms are open, so it's convenient for you. Anyway, news brought to you by...
Take an inspiring journey of compassion and conservation at Clark Planetarium while uncovering the incredible life of Dr. Jane Goodall in Reasons for Hope, a captivating film revealing her dedication to wildlife. Visit clarkplanetarium.org for showtimes.
New.
Natalie Portman is revealing where she draws the line, taking acting roles.
Mm-hmm.
The actress who's in a new movie called May December.
I watched that last night.
Yeah.
She's creepy in it.
She participated in a round of pop quiz on the Drew Barrymore show, where she responded, "Well, that's a good one," after reading a card that asked, "What is one thing you would never do for a role?" "Show my boobs," she said. "Is that really prudish?" said Portman. To which host Drew Barrymore responded supportively, No, it's not. I'm just always I don't want my kids to see pictures of me online like that.
And it's interesting they talked about that because so it's May December, which is loosely based on the why can't I think of her name?
Mary Kay Letourneau.
Mary Kay Letourneau. And Natalie Portman plays an actress who's going to play the Mary Kay Letourneau character in a movie. So she goes to study the family. And she's creepy. And she talks about doing, as somebody asked her, as an actress, what's it like to do sex scenes in movies? And she addresses this very thing in the show. It's a good movie.
Let's see. In a neighborhood lined with new homes and some still being built, Governor Spencer Cox outlined his budget priorities for the upcoming year. The biggest initiative he's pushing in the $29.5 billion budget proposal to the legislature, an ambitious goal of building 35,000 new starter homes by 2028. Well, he's going to have people help him do that. Just one guy with a hammer and nails.
Jimmy Carter can't do it anymore.
Little short guy like Spencer Cox trying to build. This is about kids and our grandkids being able to live here, he said. It's not about people from other states moving here. People aren't selling their houses in California and moving to starter homes in Utah. This is about our kids. This is about our future. This is about the American dream and Utah dream, and keeping the very best of Utah and making sure it's available to the next generation.
I mean, I do worry about this with my kids being able to buy a house someday. Like Katie wants to buy a house,
I'd like my kids to move out. Former Representative Liz Cheney on Tuesday talked with MSNBC's Nicole Wallace about election-denying Representative Jim Jordan's potential criminal liability for for the January 6, 2021 attack by Donald Trump and supporters on the Capitol. I think there's no question that Jim Jordan has something to hide, probably a lot to hide, said Liz Cheney. She's got her book out. She's touring around with that. If you go back and look at the phone records as well as what he said himself about his discussions and his conversations with Donald Trump on the 6th, the very significant role he played in the lead up to that, Jordan was clearly one of the masterminds in terms of helping to facilitate Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the election and, of course, refused to comply with the Select Committee subpoena. I don't know why people aren't asking her about Mike Lee. Mike Lee was right there in the thick of it as well.
Exactly.
Our Senator Mike Lee. Just remember that. Let's see. Ear-splitting and heart-stopping roar of fully automatic weapons hasn't been often heard on American streets since Congress largely outlawed them in 1934. They did say you can't go around with a machine gun, like a submachine gun. But now it's back owing to a small device that's easily plugged into certain handguns and rifles, converting semi-automatic firearms into guns capable of firing 20 bullets in 1 second.
What could go wrong?
With just one pull of the trigger.
I like to hit 20 deer in 1 second. I'm a hunter, and it's important for me to be able to shoot 20 things in 1 second.
In Sacramento last year, a handgun converted into a machine gun was used during a gun battle that left 6 people dead in what was called Sacramento's deadliest mass shooting. In Minneapolis, 8 people wounded in August amid a spray of 40 bullets fired in just seconds. In 2021, Houston police officer killed and another wounded by a suspect with a pistol equipped with this device. And in D.C.'s Noma neighborhood in August last year, a drug dealer who was shot at returned fire with 24 shots in one burst. Carrie, that's what can go wrong. That's right there.
Exactly.
That's what can go wrong. It is incredibly scary, and you can get this little tiny device that converts your semi.
I need it to protect my family.
Yeah.
There are 20 people breaking into my house in 1 second. I need to shoot every
Senator Tommy Tuberville has lifted his hold on almost all military promotions on Tuesday. The senator from Alabama began holding up promotions of the Armed Services Committee about 10 months ago, and putting a lot of people at danger and gumming things up. And what did Tommy Tuberville get out of all of this except his name being mentioned all the time?
Here's what he said. He said, well, neither of us got what we wanted. It turned into a stalemate. No, Tommy, you got exactly what you wanted. You got attention for a whole year.
And early this morning, because of that, my sailor son Festus got his promotion.
Oh, so
morning.
That's what's important to you. And Gina, an Airbnb host, was sentenced to prison in connection with allegations that he secretly filmed a guest in the shower and then tried to blackmail her into sending him an explicit video. Kevin Stutz, 51-year-old man from Sirius, California, living in his mom's Airbnb.
You got to check for cameras.
Yeah.
You got to check.
How do you do that?
Oh, you turn off the lights, and then you can see like a little red light, maybe. You'll be able to see that.
That's a smoke detector.
Yeah, you seem to think that there are red lights on all
There's
cameras.
Red lights and
no, on these, yes, because they're production cameras. But the hidden cameras,
see?
they don't have
right now.
they don't have a red light on.
I hate to tell you this, Gina, but you're on camera right now.
Right now?
Yes.
You're going to blackmail me?
Yeah. All right, that's it.
Sports weather traffic.
The NHL Drafts is going to be held June 28th and 29th at the Sphere in Las Vegas, which will be kind of cool to watch. NHL just made that official. Let's see. In college basketball, locally, the Utes over the Southern Utah Thunderbirds, 88-86. BYU beat somebody called the Evansville Purple Aces. I
think it was a girls' volleyball team.
Maybe? I don't know. Today at 7, the Aggies are playing San Diego. This is a home game for the Aggies. And the Jazz are on the road 6:30 against the Dallas Mavericks. That's your sports weather. Going to be quite warm today. Could even break a record for being in the upper 50s. Sunny, a little bit hazy. The haze won't have a ton of time to build back in because it looks like we're going to get another storm Thursday, maybe Thursday night into Friday for sure. It'll start out as rain because it'll be fairly warm still. Then Friday it gets down cold enough to where that will change over to snow. About an 80% chance of snow there. Traffic, let me refresh this, get you the most up-to-date information. Lots of friends of the program dealing with that crash. Southbound I-15 Layton Parkway in Davis County. It's closed the 2 left lanes and caused quite a bit of slowage through there. There's a metal table in the middle of I-15 southbound just before the 146 South exit, backing up traffic. Secure your load, folks. That comes to you from one of our traffic hipsters. Be part of the Infiniteam. Let us know what you're seeing out on the roads via text at 33986. Experience the magic and enchantment of Cat and Cauldron, your premier destination for all things occult and metaphysical in Taylorsville, catandcauldron.com.
Here's a list of 4 things to do to find a hidden camera in your Airbnb.
Okay.
All right. Do a sweep for strange out-of-place electronics, detecting spy cameras with a flashlight, checking for hidden devices with Wi-Fi sniffing apps, and RF hidden camera detector. So there you go. I'll send that.
Christmas gift.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to take a break. We will be back after these messages with your list of things that must go. We are broadcasting live from Riverton Chevy, South Jordan Gateway. Come and see us. We're here till 10, but Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers will be taking your physical donations for the road home all along the Wasatch Front and from Park City to Tooele as well. There is a location near you. It's really convenient. When you're out doing your shopping this weekend, pick up a few extra items and then drop them off on the way home from work or on the way to work at a Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer near you. And there is one near you. All right, we will take a break. We'll be back. Things that must go after these. X96.
Feel like
So we have a minute or two to talk about the road home and how you can help. For those who are new to the area, they may not know about the road home.
Yeah.
It is it's a homeless shelter, but it's designed to get people out of the homeless shelter.
Transitional housing.
Transitional housing.
It's not just one shelter, by the way.
Yes.
They have different shelters for people with different needs. There's a family shelter. It's the Midvale Family Shelter. That's where we'll be doing our show, our annual broadcast on the 20th and 21st. And then there's a men's shelter and a women's shelter. So there's specific places for specific needs.
And the need is great this year. It's going to be kind of warm today, but that's not going to last, and so they need all kinds of things for cold weather clothing.
Now, sitting there in front of your computer right now, you can donate money very easily. Just go to x96.com and click on the link that says The Road Home, and there's a big red donate button. Right below a list of Rocky Mountain Chevy dealers. Now, that's if you want to make a physical donation, hats, coats, socks, blankets, things like that. Take those items to a Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer near you, and there's a whole list of them there on the same page, and make a physical donation. And that's what we're trying to raise awareness of with these Road to the Road Home broadcasts.
We'll be here for about another hour at Riverton Chevrolet. That's 111 South Jordan Gateway in South Jordan. You take the 106 South exit and head west, and it's the very first, left turn there, and follow that around, and you'll see our vehicle outside, a big orange truck out there you can see, and come inside and see us. We still have some donuts, I think, and some prizes for folks, some T-shirts, some mugs, and
there's
things.
Popcorn.
I got to get me some popcorn.
I got to have popcorn.
Yeah.
So join us here, and remember, the people that you're helping are families. There are children in there, too. There are children who are homeless, so do that.
All right. Things that must go now, brought to you by.
Are you ready for some football? Enjoy Gracie's award-winning brunch, huge beer selection while watching your favorite college and pro teams in action and in high def. You must be 21 or older to enter.
Things that must go.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Now, these are things that are bugging you, and you can't take it anymore. You just can't stand it. I can't stand no more, as Popeye used to say. So what you need to do is put your must-goes down in an email and send them to radiofromhell@x96.com. Put must go in the subject line, if you would, please. If we read yours on the air, it might make you feel better, and sometimes we've been told it makes these things magically disappear from your life. Must go, things that must go. Carrie.
Oh, okay. The first one, when I mark a message as unread to help me remember that I need to check it out.
This is you?
Yeah.
This is you? Okay.
And, I have to check in on what they're asking me to help me remember to respond, and then I get doing some other things, and then I immediately click on the exact message thinking I need to read it because I have a few of those that are that way. I need to stop putting things off. This one from Johnny B. Things that must go. A brother-in-law who likes to taste test the turkey as he cuts it and licks his fingers after doing so. And then decides to pull said turkey apart by hand after licking his fingers without washing the implicated hands, and then informs us a couple of days later that he's unable to leave home because he's sick. That's just a maelstrom there. All right. Let's see, this one from Rosabelle. Things that must go. Saying the winner of the boner of the day is on the website. It isn't. It never is. It never has been. The candidates are listed, but never the winner. I can't listen to the boner of the day because of my schedule. I always check the website to see if the winner is finally shown there. Maybe this is some cruel game or joke being played by my inability to figure out where the winner is shown. It is there. The winner is bolded on our web post after 7:45. Katie does this personally every day.
So it's bolded. Is it? So it's not. It doesn't say winner. It's just bolded. So maybe that's helpful to people.
There you go.
So it'll just be the candidate that is bold.
Is there a problem with putting? Do that too. Okay.
Yeah. Put winner.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
For Rosabelle.
Yeah.
She needs your help.
You see, we can adjust.
Sometimes. This one from Tracy. The grocery store I go to taking down the donations barcode for the food bank at the registers. It really should be up all year and let people, not corporations, make the choice to donate or not. More stores that don't have the same barcode. Yeah, that's a good thing. And as Ed Brass was telling us on Monday, that the food bank is, I mean, we talk about the road home a lot. The food bank is in desperate need as well. So that would, boy, if there was a barcode, how easy would that be? And finally, this one from Johnny B's girlfriend, things that must go. All food that tastes like toothpaste must go.
Cilantro. She's talking about cilantro.
Is that what she's talking about?
I bet.
It does not taste like
No,
toothpaste.
it doesn't taste like toothpaste.
To some people,
it does.
tastes like toothpaste.
I don't care for it particularly, but it tastes soapy to me. Soapy.
See, yeah.
Not toothpaste.
Not
soap.
pasty?
No,
It's
it tastes
different
like
for everybody.
soap.
It's different for everyone.
Yeah. All right, I'll go next. And the one thing that must go is this damn program that I try to use to gather news.
If only there was another you could use.
Listen, I have tried many, and you know what? They all suck.
Maybe it's time to stop.
They all suck.
And try something else.
Well, maybe it's time to stop doing the news.
Well, no,
because I'd be happy to do that too, okay?
It'd be great to go back to newspapers. I miss the sound.
Yeah.
This one says, hello, Lords. Feel free to use my name. It's Jeff Musco. Comes from my experience outside this year's Festival of Trees. In front of each entrance of the Expo Center, there were people stationed gathering signatures to reinstate the old Utah state flag. Ooh. They left me alone on my way into the Expo Center, but my wife and I were accosted by a guy as we were leaving. He said gentleman, but I don't think the guy was a gentleman.
No.
I immediately told the man that I happened to like the new flag, and he replied that he's just gathering signatures so the people can vote for their choice. My wife informed him that we did vote for this flag, and he shot back that it wasn't really a vote but a marketing campaign. We never stopped walking to the conversation, so the conversation ended there, but it's bothered me ever since. The first thing that must go is that this guy doesn't seem to realize that a state flag is also, in fact, marketing and has no other significance that I can see. Second, I didn't see these people trying to gather signatures when the license plates were changed. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Third, what kind of government does this group think we live in? This is why we elect representatives to make most of the small decisions for us. I can't imagine having to vote for every minuscule thing that our government does. And lastly, the fact that this group is so incredibly tone deaf, they think it's okay to camp out in front of a fundraiser for one of the most important hospitals in the area just to bother people for signatures. There are people inside the building mourning the loss of children and trying to raise money for primary children's, and you have the gall to yell at them because you're butthurt about a meaningless change like a new state flag. Everything about that group must go. Thanks for letting me listen. I've been a loyal fan around the time Gina got married, however long ago that was. Jeff, this one says, I know you hate traffic beefs, but backing into diagonal parking spaces must go. I frequent the Eccles Center, see shows, and park in the public parking garage just next to the theater. In the parking garage, travel is one way. However, some people park in the diagonal parking stalls by backing in. And then when the play is over, patrons are rushing to their cars. There's a crush of cars trying to get out of the garage. Those that have backed into a diagonal stall have to make a three-point turn to turn around and get out in the proper direction, delaying all the cars wanting to get past.
The Eccles is hard when you've been trying to get out at the end of a show. There it is.
And finally, this one. When the giant inflatable snowman doesn't get its air during the day. It looks like a big used condom strewn about the yard it's in. This must go. I won't get into what the inflatable Santas or reindeer resemble when they are deflated in the yard. Gina?
Thank you for letting me listen. You can use my name. It's George. I travel overseas 4 to 5 times a year, and here's some of the things I see on airplanes that should definitely go. People being rude because a child is crying. The parents usually trying to help. It's frustrating being the parent of a crying child on a plane. I'm a 6'2" beefy dude, and my work pays for business, but sometimes I have to travel economy, and people act like it's the end of the world because we're going to be stuck very close to each other. If it bugs you this much, save up for a first-class ticket. When the flight attendant picks up the trash from the meal, some passengers just hand out everything as a mountain of trash. Don't you notice the attendant separates all your crap, cups from papers and plates? Just be courteous. People using way too much perfume when they're going to be on a plane for 8.5 hours. Seriously. And lastly, I've heard it before from Gina, people standing up to get their carry-on as soon as the plane pulls into the gate and the doors are not even open, and then your butt is sitting there in my face while I am sitting in my seat for a good 10 to 15 minutes. Also, people giving opinions about countries that have universal health care or free college saying how bad they are when they've never been there before.
Exactly.
Yes, the taxes are higher, but the benefits are good. And then, hello, Radio Lords. Yes, you can use my name. It's Kirk. I have a hefty list of things that must go. When my gym associate gets on social media proclaiming her triumphant jubilation that abortions have been overturned by the Supreme Court, and then excitedly posting a picture of her pregnant baby bump with a text saying, "Happy day, now my unborn baby girl is safe and will live a happy life."
Huh?
How was her baby's life threatened in the first place? Was someone forcing her to get an abortion? No. Let's see. Also, Fox News being shown only on the TV station at the gym. Where is the remote?
Exactly.
Also seeing many extreme right-wing shirts surrounding me in the weight room, like, RFK Jr. has a point, or did you hear what Tucker?
That's got to be a joke shirt.
It's got to be.
Did you hear what Tucker Carlson said last night? Maybe this is all too much to must go. Maybe I just need to move. No, don't move, Kirk, although Kirk says he's the only liberal in Utah County.
Kirk, no one has heard what Tucker Carlson said last night. No. All right, thank you. Things that must go.
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
Traffic.
Our Infinite team is on alert. I got a text saying there's lots of fog. I-80 eastbound from Wendover. Thank you, whoever sent that in at 33986. Crash northbound I-15, 90 south in Salt Lake, left shoulder being affected. Still some residual issues southbound I-15, Layton Parkway in Davis County, 2 left lanes closed there. Experience the magic and enchantment of Cat and Cauldron, your premier destination for all things occult and metaphysical in Taylorsville, catandcauldron.com.
All right. Let's see. 857 KXRK Provo, broadcasting live from the Riverton Chevy in South Jordan. And we're going to be on the road again next week.
Woods Cross
next week. So start gathering your stuff. I would just say you don't even need to wait for us. I mean, we enjoy seeing you when you come to visit us, but get your physical donations together and get them to a Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer near you. Or better yet, donate your money. It's at x96.com.
Yeah, do that. It's simple. Just absolutely simple to do. But we do like it when you come and see us. And,
sure.
And you don't have to bring us gifts, but it is appreciated. Somebody brought Pop Daddy pretzels, which I have, what's his name?
Eric.
Pop Daddy pretzels, which I have purchased before and ordered online because they're really good and they come in a bunch of different flavors. This is Dutch apple flavored pretzels.
Dutch apple pretzel.
Yeah, they're really good.
I want to thank Nikki Kiefer for a donation of 4 big bags of clothes and toys, including a train set.
Nikki, you didn't say hello. I know Nikki Kiefer.
She was in and out.
Nikki's a boy.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone else. It must have been Katie that I saw. Okay, Katie had a donation. Maybe she was the one.
And how do you know Nikki, Gina?
Nikki is a professional snowboarder from Huntsville.
Yeah, so how do you know Nikki, Gina?
I'd known that.
And why would you know Nikki?
I'd known that we've been friends of the Kiefer family for years and years. Their daughter, Chelsea, is in the Nutcracker right now, Ballet West Nutcracker, right? She's a professional ballerina.
KXRK Provo. Let's take a break. We'll be back after some messages and a song with the Boner Recap Game. New and improved Boner Recap Game.
It's just, we fixed it for one person.
Yeah. If you were listening and know who won the boner, call in. You'll win. What fabulous prize?
You will win tickets to see Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness coming to the complex on December 13th.
That'll be a good show. 877-602-9696. If you didn't hear the boners this morning, it's okay because it is emboldened on our website at x96.com.
It even says winner by it now, doesn't it?
It does now,
yes.
So there you go. X96.com. 877-602-9696. All right. We'll be back after these. X96. Red Hot Chili Peppers coming to town.
Yeah, you know who's excited about that?
Who?
Darren in Glendale.
Glendale.
This is a different Darren.
A different Darren than what?
Than the Darren that called earlier.
Oh, where?
I'm not going to confuse you by saying that. I'm just going to say Darren called from Glendale.
You've already confused me.
And the Red Hot Chili Peppers coming June 5th to USANA. Tickets go on sale this, December 8th at 10 a.m. You can find ticket links and more at x96.com.
That's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Friday at 10 a.m. Let's see. Oh, it's 9:08, and it is time for the Boner Recap Game.
This is a chance for a contestant to win what prize?
Tickets to see Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness at the Complex, December 13th. You can get more information about that show, contest deals, and ticket links at x96.com.
And who might win that?
Richard!
Richard, good morning.
Richard?
Richard?
Maybe.
Honey?
Richard.
Hello?
Hi,
Hi,
good
Richard.
morning.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay, good. I can hear you, too. Richard, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Ogden, the best city in the state, Bill.
You bet. It is. Ogden is awesome. I have a T-shirt that says so. I also have a coffee mug that says, "Wake up, Ogden, and smell the dog food."
Yep.
I'm far enough away at the moment. I can't smell it.
Richard, what I'm going to do here is read the boner candidates, and then you tell me which one was the winner, and you'll win those tickets to see Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness. Here we go, Richard. Number 1. His lifelong dream, bus driver. It's a guy who hijacked a bus and then just drove it leisurely around town. I think it was in Atlanta. He had actually even dropped off a passenger, and I think he even picked up another one at some point. So it was, he was finally arrested. Boner candidate number 2, the name of the event should have made her think twice. That was a woman in Michigan who was shoplifting at a Walmart. At the same time, there was a shop with a cop event for charity.
Shoplift. She thought it was shoplift with a cop.
Is that what she thought?
That's what it was.
I think that's a mistake that happens every year.
At least once a year.
With this event.
And then boner candidate number 3, Florida knows what school libraries are for, and it has nothing to do with expanding knowledge of the world or learning tolerance of other people's lifestyles and ideas. This is outrageous.
Absolutely.
Florida. This quote from a Florida Attorney General. The purpose of school libraries is to convey the government's message. The removal of speech that the government disapproves of, that's what library books should be chosen at the ballot box, according to this Attorney General.
Also, we've always been at war with East Asia.
Libraries are not a forum for free expression, the Attorney General said.
Which is just, and they're normalizing this behavior.
Yep.
Here in America.
All right, Richard, who was the winner?
Number 3.
You're correct,
yeah.
Richard. You've obviously been in a library or two. You're smart enough to do that. You get tickets to see Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness. Congratulations, and thanks for playing the game.
This will be my 20th time seeing him.
20th?
Wow.
You like
this? I keep a spreadsheet of all the concerts I've been to, and this will be number 20.
Wow.
For Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
I just out of curiosity, who have you seen the most?
Him.
Yeah.
He's your favorite. Okay.
Because we got Mike in Nashville with
Dave Matthews.
Dave Matthews.
Yeah. Do you travel around to see the Andrew McMahon?
Yeah. Yeah, a bit. I mean, this is over 15 years and since high school, so I guess 20 years.
Have you ever met him?
Yeah, I've seen him in. I've met him a bunch of times. He's really nice.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Well, congratulations, you did it, and hang on the line, and somebody will tell you what you need to do. I'm glad these tickets went to
much.
glad we went to a super fan.
Exactly.
That's
always good. Yeah. Hang on the line. So, Gina, but you've seen Guns N' Roses.
Oh, no, I mean like 5 times, not
5 times. Well, I'm just trying to figure out who you've seen the most.
I can't figure. I don't know who I've seen the most.
I've seen Roger Waters at least 4 times.
I've probably seen, whatever band Festus is in is who I've seen the most. But
no, we're talking about real bands.
Real bands, probably Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses at least 5 times.
Yeah. Which I'm done, I think.
Done with Guns N' Roses?
Yeah.
Seen enough?
Yeah.
I'm done with Roger too.
I don't know. I can't. I don't have any desire to see things over again. Usually, I think I've seen you 2, 3 times. I think.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not. I should take that back because, like U2, for instance, those shows were all very different.
Yeah.
Very different the way they
I'm
put
trying
them
to
together.
remember. Rebecca Frost has seen U2 about at least 8 times. I want to say.
And what else? I've seen the Who like twice. I don't know.
Well,
and then bands that we've had at the Big Ass Show.
I mean, okay, yeah. So then I don't know. Maybe I've seen Primus more than anybody.
Could be.
Now that you mention it,
Me too.
Primus.
Okay, so by choice versus by force.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't forced to see Primus.
Well,
but
it was work, though.
It was work.
I enjoyed seeing them every time they were
absolutely.
there.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
people ask all the time, when are you guys going to do the Big Ass Show again? And we probably
Honestly.
won't. But my goodness, Kill Bee Block Party just announced their lineup, yesterday.
Did they officially announce it?
It's huge, and hats off to them because they've sort of taken our big ass show mantle and run with it.
They've done more than that. They've expanded. I mean, it's like a 3-day event.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
And
huge.
there are dozens of bands. We were reading them off the other day.
LCD Sound System and Death Cab and
Who else, Nick?
Nick's the most excited for LCD Sound System.
But you remember some of the other names?
Interpol, I got it pulled up right here. Death Cab for Cutie, Wu-Tang is going to be there, Bell and Sebastian, 100 Gex, Dayglow, Courtney Barnett, TV Girl is a really big band right now, Dinosaur Jr.
Sitting in My Bathtub, are they there?
I think down the list a little bit.
Yeah, somewhere.
Unknown Mortal Orchestra, Guided by Voices, all my...
Guided by Voices is still around?
Wow.
Yeah. All my hipster picks are going to be there.
Yeah, it's amazing. I'm going to have to just shave off my beard and just grow a standalone mustache for this one.
Jeez.
Here's texters weighing in. Cure 22 times. Let's see. The Fray. I just saw you two. Blue October 8 times. Nine Inch Nail 12 times.
12?
Sawyer Brown 42 times.
We have somebody that listens to us that says that sees Sawyer Brown.
That is really unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
I would like to count that person's teeth.
Oh, boo, Bill. I apologize, friend of the program.
All right, we will take a break. We'll be back with some leftover news after these. X96. front, and from Tooele to Park City as well. So take your stuff in. I know it's kind of inconvenient to work our hours. We love to see you, so don't worry about it. Just drop off your physical donations at a Rocky Mountain Chevy dealer. Better yet, go online and donate money. Look for the big red donate button at x96.com after you click on the Road Home logo and all of that. Okay, let's see some big boy news now brought to you by...
Experience the magic and enchantment of Cat and Cauldron, your premier destination for all things occult and metaphysical in Taylorsville, catandcauldron.com.
A rash of dire warnings has appeared in U.S. media that a second Trump presidency could slide into dictatorship. Well, could it?
Yes.
A sudden spate of dystopian warnings has got America talking about the possibility less than a year before the U.S. elections. Dark scenarios about what could happen if the twice-impeached Republican former president wins in 2024 have appeared in the space of a few days in major U.S. media outlets that include, I just woke up, the Washington Post, and the New York Times, you know what, maybe, and the Atlantic.
The Atlantic did an entire issue about this.
With, I don't know, 8 or 9 different...
Is it their most recent? That's not their most recent
their
one.
most recent issue,
Because the one I got in the mail is all about slavery.
No, it'll be the next one then, probably.
Okay.
But, 8 or 9 major conservative, important writers who are saying do not vote for him, he is bad.
Grim predictions also come from top Republican Trump critic Liz Cheney, of course. They paint a bleak picture. Donald Trump responds to all of the warnings in typical style by laughing them off. Yeah, you're not going to be a dictator, are you? I said, no, I'm not.
No, he said last night on Hannity, he's going to be a dictator on day one. He used those words.
He said, we're closing the border and we're drilling, and after that, I'm not a dictator.
What are you drilling for? We're currently putting out the most oil that the United States has ever had.
Yeah.
So what are you drilling for?
In a private meeting with House Speaker Mike Johnson last week, Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene accused fellow Georgia Republican Representative Richard McCormick of getting physically aggressive with her, according to multiple sources. Well, it's about time somebody did. A charge that McCormick has denied, saying that it was a friendly gesture that he made. Greene claimed to Johnson that McCormick had grabbed her by the shoulders and shook her following a public spat that they had over competing resolutions to censure Democratic Representative Rashida Tlaib. I want to censor her first. No, I want to. McCormick voted against Greene's censure resolution and then introduced his own. These people are awful. Hollywood actors have voted to ratify the deal with studios that ended their strike after nearly 4 months, leaders announced yesterday. The approval of the 3-year contract from the members of the Screen Actors Guild, American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, was no certainty, with some prominent members voicing dissent on the deal, for which the union leaders bargained. The 78% yes result in voting that began November 13th and ended Tuesday was a far cry from the near unanimous approval and widespread enthusiasm members of the Writers Guild gave to the deal that ended their strike in September. But the outcome is a major relief for SAG-AFTRA leaders and an entertainment industry that's attempting to return to normal after months of labor strife. Celebrities were in town.
Who? I like celebrities.
What?
A red carpet full of celebrities marked the opening of a magical space at Primary Children's Hospital, headed up by Ryan Seacrest.
Really?
How did he find time to take away from his 8 other jobs?
Utah is now the new home to the 14th Seacrest Studios, a space dedicated to creativity within a hospital where thousands of children are treated every year. It symbolizes excitement, energy, and hope, and I think for the patients, this is the room where they can go and be the boss, Seacrest said. They don't have to listen to anybody inside there. The room is equipped with in-studio microphones, green screen, cameras to broadcast shows, games, call-ins, and other media equipment. The patients get to make all the decisions. They get to have all the fun. They're going to learn some things and be inspired, and I think they're going to meet some really cool people once inside these studios. At the grand opening, Miles Teller, Andy Grammer, Zachary Levi, and Seacrest's sister, Meredith, all celebrated the innovative space. Even more important than the famous faces who attended the celebratory event was the impact the studio will have for years to come. For patients like Payson Inkley, The room is a way to bring joy while going through the challenge of being in the hospital.
It's also a way for Ryan Seacrest to be able to work remotely because he has 8 jobs.
Brenda Lee's classic holiday song, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, has been a popular addition to radio stations and Christmas party playlists for years. Now, 65 years after its debut, Brenda Lee's perennial holiday favorite has reached the number 1 spot on Billboard's top Hot 100 chart.
Kick Mariah out of there?
Billboard released its weekly chart of popular songs with Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree sitting on top like a shiny star on the highest bough of the tree. For the past few years during the holiday season, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree often got stuck at number 2 behind Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You. But this year, the 78-year-old singer, she's still with us, told Variety magazine she finally took over the number 1 chart position thanks to the hard work of others. I have wonderful people at my company that I've been with since I was 10 years old, she said. You know, I think she was 10 when she recorded that song
If
originally.
not, she was very young.
Yeah, 10 or 13 or something like that. She was really young. She said, I have all these wonderful fans that have been with me for a long time. Yeah, she was 13 years old when she recorded Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. So, way to go. I know
it's not even a rock song, though. Is the thing.
No.
I know some of you people are going to be really disappointed to find out that Yankee Daddy is going to leave entertainment and become a Yankee Daddy.
Who's that?
He's the reggaeton icon behind hits like Gasolina and Despacito.
Oh, yeah, I know Despacito.
He's hanging up his urban vibes to devote himself to religion. In an emotional speech following his farewell concert dubbed The Goal, he told his fans that despite his 30-year award-winning career, there had been a void in his life, and he's going to become a religious man.
He'll be back.
They always come
Just
back.
like Little Richard.
Chicago may not be the first city that comes to mind when you think about Walt Disney.
No.
But that's where he was born.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the best-kept secrets of Chicago, said Ray Colon,
Why
a
are they
Chicago
keeping a secret?
project lead of the Walt Disney Birthplace Project, which aims to restore the house where Disney was born to its original state. Project founders Dina Benedon and Brent Young have led the charge to restore the house ever since they bought it in 2013. We launched into this saying we're going to preserve this home. We're going to try and recreate it as best we can and do what would it have been like when the Disneys did move into it and built it, they said. 7 Disneys once shared the house, Walt and his 4 siblings, along with their parents, Elias and Flora.
We're going to remove the electricity to make it more authentic. We're going to rip out the plumbing.
Rod Stewart is teaming up with Jules Holland to release a new album. It's coming out in February called Swing Fever. It's a collection with Jules Holland featuring 13 covers of classic big band numbers.
Oh, that'll be good.
Okay.
Swing Fever is currently available for pre-order, but ahead of the release, you can listen to the first single, Almost Like Being in Love, as well as view the complete track listing. Rod sings these things very naturally, said Jules Holland. Jules Holland is a hugely talented producer and pianist, I believe.
Yes.
Plays the piano. All right, that's it.
Weather?
So today, actually, it's going to feel really warm. Highs in the upper 50s. Could even break a record for high temperature today. Sunny. The haze will build back in a little bit, but good news is we've got a storm on the way to hopefully mix the air up, clear things out a little bit. Thursday, 40% chance of rain. It's still going to be warm on Thursday, but that rain will change over to snow by Friday when it cools back down into the 30s. 80% chance of snow on Friday.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be back after these. X96. All right, 9:34, broadcasting live from Riverton Chevy in South Jordan Gateway. For the road to the road home, it's that time of year again. We ask you to be generous. Do it. Concert calendar now brought to you by
Live Nation, of course.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Hit the theme.
It's, Trent Falcone is on the road or something.
He's got a lot of meetings, and he was traveling, if I remember correctly. So I'm going to be covering for him. He sent me his beautiful rundown. And, well, right now, all I've got are things that are on sale for Live Nation, coming on sale Friday at 10 a.m. Bleachers for May 18th at the Great Saltaire.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Bill Burr's going on sale on for February 24th at the Delta Center. One that we've been talking about that has the oddest lineup.
This is weird.
Limp Bizkit, August 18th at USANA Amphitheater.
That's not the weird part.
No, it's
well, yeah, it is.
A little bit, but also it's the opener.
Corey Feldman,
which I would love to
with
see.
His Angels?
I would love to see it just to say I've seen Corey Feldman, but honestly, I would love to hear the saxophone guy from the Lost Boys.
Oh, is he with him?
No, I wish.
Oh, okay.
Or at least
You got
not
my
that I
hopes
know
up
of.
there for a second.
That's who I want to see. But also the Red Hot Chili Peppers are going on sale for June 5th at USANA Amphitheater, which is another interesting lineup because they're coming with Kid Cudi.
Mm-hmm.
It's that whole tour. I guess they've got different opening acts for different cities.
Yeah, they do.
They're all different.
And I know Ice Cube's on that list somewhere, but I do know Kid Cudi's going to be in Salt Lake with them.
It's just good to see a band that you wouldn't normally pursue opening for a band that you would pursue, Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then you get exposed. Oh, God forbid you get exposed to something new.
Oh, no. And Kid Cudi's amazing. I love that man.
I don't want anything new.
He did give us some giveaways if we want to do those.
Sure.
So,
Kid Cudi did?
No.
Trent.
Oh, Trent.
Our good buddy Trent gave us some giveaways.
All right.
So we have Andrew McMohan, the one that we've been doing.
McMahon.
McMahon. Got it. No H on it.
I mean, there is an H.
It's McMahon.
Right.
McMahon.
Yeah. Well, I know somebody who was named who actually pronounced it that way.
Pronounces the H?
That's weird. McMohan, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
But 2 tickets at will call for that. It's happening December 13th, so next Wednesday at the Complex. And also 2 tickets to Silverstein on December 12th at the Depot. They so if you are interested in those tickets.
They're Festus's favorite band.
Oh, there you go. Well, too bad Festus isn't in town. But you can call 877-602-9696, and Macy will take first come first serve for those tickets.
All right. What we got local stuff too?
Yeah, of course we have other things going on. Matt and Savannah Shaw at the Eccles Theater on Friday, and of course Macy Gray. She's going to be at the Commonwealth Room on Friday as well. Matt and Savannah Shaw, they're doing Friday and Saturday at Eccles Theater. Should have said that, but I missed it. So that's Friday and Saturday. Other things going on, Draper Holiday Market over in Draper on Friday afternoon. Good place to get some gifts for your family if you're not prepared yet. The Utah Grizzlies are playing this weekend against Allen Americans at the Mavericks Center. And yes, that was copy and pasted, so that is a true name.
That's a team?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
They're playing this weekend. On Saturday, you have the Draper Holiday Market as well, going to continue on. Pets Photos with Santa is going to be at Discovery Gateway, the Children's Museum, which I think would be hilarious.
Santa's very patient.
All the pets. And like we were talking about last week, the Salt Lake City SantaCon, the pub crawl, the yearly pub crawl that's going on. That is happening this Saturday. I'm not exactly sure where it starts, but there is a link to everything over on our website, so you can go check that out, dress up as Santa or the reindeer or an elf.
You don't have to actually crawl when you do those things.
No, but a lot of people like to run, which I feel like is a hazardous situation.
Yes. The Santas will be crawling, of them.
Santa by the end of it.
Yes. And all of the light walks are going on the Temple Square. You've got Tracy Aviary, which I've seen videos and pictures of Tracy Aviary. It looks amazing.
Oh, cool.
I want to go really bad. The Festival Under the Seas at Living Planet Aquariums going through the 24th, but also the 2023 International Market at the Utah Fairgrounds. That's going on this weekend, Friday through Sunday, and I think that could be really fun. I'm not exactly sure what they'll have there, but it's going to be an international market, so even cooler gifts for Christmas if you want. And the Ballet West Nutcracker that we've been giving tickets away to, that starts at Capitol Theater on the 8th and goes through the 27th.
Tchaikovsky.
And then, of course, the Winters Farmers Market at Gateway on Saturdays from, I believe it's 8 to 1, if I remember correctly. But that is your concert and community calendar for this weekend. It's all going to be posted on our website if it's not already, with links to everything, so you can go check it out. Get some doggy Santa photos or whatever, and
Thanks, Katie.
enjoy your weekend. Thanks, you guys.
Doggy Santa photos.
Yeah, why
I
not?
did that once a long time ago.
I think I remember seeing that picture.
I think it'd be so cute.
Yeah, Artie sitting on my lap with a tiny Santa's hat on.
Was he scared? Was he scared of Santa?
He
my
didn't know what
my
to make
kids
of
were
it.
always scared of Santa.
I was too.
Yeah.
I want to get reindeer antlers for Vax. That's my plan, is to get reindeer antlers for Vax.
He's the right color.
Well, and he doesn't mind things being on his head.
He doesn't. That's
no.
rare.
I have pictures of him on his birthday with a crown on it. He totally left it alone, just let it chill. So I'm working on that one.
My dogs hate anything on their heads.
He didn't like the remember his Halloween costume,
Yeah.
his dinosaur. He didn't like that being on his head, but I think it's because it encased the whole thing, while the other one just had a band. So that's what I'm gonna find. I think it'll be cute. But yeah, that's your concert and community calendar for this weekend. Thanks, guys.
The saxophone guy from Lost Boys is Tim Capello.
Thank you.
He has played with Tina Turner, Peter Gabriel, Ringo Starr, and many others.
Wow.
But not Corey Feldman.
Not Corey Feldman.
Good.
Missed opportunity.
And the Limp Bizkit tour, I think, is called the Losers Tour.
Yeah.
Well, you just got
They're
it right there.
embracing stuff.
Yeah. Embrace it.
Well, I don't understand. I thought Fred Durst was like a laughing stock.
Well, that's what he's embracing.
I guess.
But
I hear he puts on very interesting shows. Very
I think
interesting.
he's self-aware.
I'm
he
sure.
knows
that
he
people
knows
think
what
he's-
people think about him.
think he's a jerk.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sure.
he leans into it.
He worked hard to cultivate that reputation, so good on you, Freddie.
Well, I guess I can identify.
Lean into it, Bill.
Look at my face.
It's
Can't you
on
tell?
your face.
On my face, right there. I'm leaning into being a jerk.
Can I go back to things that must go quickly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We got a follow-up to the people that stand up the minute the plane gets to the gate before the door opens. This came from friend of the program, Jill. Jill says, I just went to Oslo and Copenhagen, and it was amazing, but I'm 6'3", and super long flights are expensive. I can't afford to pay for comfort or first class, so when the plane lands and we're allowed to stand up, I do as soon as possible. I'm not looking to grab my bag. I just need to stand up and
Yeah.
stretch my long legs.
I understand
so if we
that.
could make that must go, that short people need to stop
Yes.
standing.
Yeah.
But they weren't talking about you standing up. They were talking about the people who stand up and try to get their
Well,
bags and get off the plane.
Let's just say it's okay for Jill to stand
Give
up.
Jill permission.
You can stand up. The rest of you remain seated, please.
It wasn't you. It was people who get up and reach up and,
But haven't you ever been sitting there on a plane and somebody stands up and really their butt is right there
Well,
at face
that,
level?
and then they pull out their suitcase like from over the
get
top,
cl-
and
almost
you
get you.
almost you almost get clobbered by the thing.
I hate everything about air travel.
Certainly
it's
these
just
days,
disgusting.
yeah.
It's
Do you know what?
awful.
Do you know what I do when I carry on my bag? I don't put it right above me. I'll do it
Just a
further
little-
up
yeah.
in the plane,
Yep.
so I get up and get off, and then walk a little bit, and then pull it down.
Yep, smart.
But then
That's
what
my-
about the person who's
Yeah.
sitting below?
You're taking up their space.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
I feel like a lot of people
That's
do
what I
this
do.
though. So
It's not fair. I remember the good old days of flying when there weren't so many people. I mean, like sometimes their planes would be half empty,
oh yeah.
and you could just
Spread
spread out, have cocktails,
Not anymore.
joke around with the flight attendants,
No.
have a good time,
No.
smoke in the back of the plane.
No. But yeah, that's the smoking section back there. It doesn't affect people in the.
That's right. last 3 rows or something like
And,
that.
and
you
it's
smoke.
a rarity if you have an empty seat on a plane because
Yeah.
they oversell.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yep.
How many times have you been sitting there when they're like, "Well, we're oversold, so who wants a
Every-
free voucher?" And to
For
Yeah.
the last
Every
any of the
time.
time I've flown for the last 4 years, it's
Every
been that
time.
way.
Every time. It's yeah.
and I'm like, "No, I want to get home."
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to wait here 12 more hours.
I guess this is a text from our emailer. It says, thank you for clarifying that only I can stand.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. Well, we will take a break and wrap things up. Broadcasting live from Riverton Chevy in South Jordan. After these, X96. Buzzcocks, because on this day, 5 years ago, we lost Pete Shelley, lead singer of the Buzzcocks. Fine band.
I remember it like it was 5 years ago.
Exactly.
I was... There's kind of a tradition now, a new tradition in my family that I hope continues. I think my family cooks bacon every day.
Every day?
Really?
I'll bet every day that somebody cooks some bacon in the morning.
What is your preferred bacon?
We like the uncured, just hardwood smoked bacon. And they've taken to leaving a cooked strip of bacon on the counter. Or on the center island, just one strip of bacon there for me. It's so that when I come home from work,
because this has happened while you're at work.
Oh, this is the breakfast bacon.
So when I come home from work, there is pretty much every day there's a piece of bacon.
The bacon fairy leaves you a strip of bacon.
It's my wife says it's bait. That way I know you'll come home.
I wasn't going to, but there's going to be bacon on the counter. So your house always smells like bacon.
Well, for a minute.
Which is, bacon lingers. That's
not
a
too
lingery.
Not too much.
That's a song by the Cranberries.
Bacon
linger. Come on, I can smell it on my finger. He knows it.
Piece of bacon. Yeah, every day I eat one strip of bacon.
Bacon is a weekend food in my house. Bacon is...
Yeah, I swear to God, it's one of them cooks it every day, I swear. And it's and I don't mind. I'll have one piece of bacon a day.
And Joe will usually make make extra that he then turns into bacon bits. Like if I'm cooking bacon, I'm just going to keep cooking it, and then
the whole package.
Yeah, we don't do we don't do bacon in the frying pan hardly ever.
You bake it?
Yeah, you put it in the oven on a tray, like a cookie tray, or one of those sheet pan things.
We do it in the microwave.
Microwave bacon, huh? I don't know.
And it's perfect every time. Oh, Gina, you've not joined the cult yet.
You like chewy, disgusting bacon.
No, I like chewy bacon myself.
It does not get crisp in the microwave.
I don't like bacon that's crispy, crumbly.
No,
I want some chew to my bacon.
I can get your bacon in 4 minutes in the microwave.
Chew on it.
Yeah, it's rubbery. It's no.
It's this microwave cookware, Gina. Sue bought a new set of it.
What's it called again?
Any Day.
Any Day.
And it's like she made, what was it called, hun? Puttanesca.
Yeah, that's a thing.
With fish and tomato and pasta, and she did it in like 8 minutes.
Okay, but you guys don't
and it
need
was perfect.
You guys don't need to cook that way. You know what I
well,
mean?
Why not?
You don't have to get kids to soccer practice and stuff. You have all afternoon to cook.
Then she has all afternoon to snuggle with the pups and bacon in 4 minutes. You put a lid on, it does get crunchy. But
I can't imagine.
But Gina can taste microwaves, so
yeah.
We've said for years that we should test that out, and we never have.
Well, yeah, it's
hard to do. When I say I can taste microwave, meaning if you put bacon in a microwave, it's not crisp.
You can crisp.
That's how.
Carrie says you can crisp it.
Yeah, you can crisp it. Just got to leave it in longer. A minute longer, maybe. She's made it crunchy for our friends who like a crispy bacon, but done it in the microwave. The puttanesca was amazing, though. Frozen fish, a frozen fillet of fish.
Yeah.
And pasta, uncooked pasta, with the tomato sauce and all the other stuff in there, in the microwave. I think it was 8 or 9 minutes.
Essentially,
it was perfect.
All the fish you buy has been frozen.
Yeah.
I mean, because they flash freeze it on the boat when they catch it.
And this was put in frozen, though, into the cookware.
This is you just trying to eat like you're on Star Trek. That's what this is about.
Well, it's not. It's not the.
You want to just be able to push a button and puttanesca.
Computer, puttanesca,
yeah,
hot.
You just want it to.
Yeah.
Earl Grey.
It was delicious. She's really got this thing figured out, and she's spreading the cult. She's bought sets for all of our friends to join her. Anyway, all right. Let's do the promo and crawl towards the exit, shall we? Here we go. Ready? It's been a minute since we've done an X poll, so let's do one on tomorrow's Radio from Hell show.
Okay, well, how about this? How about the best Christmas gift you've ever received and the worst Christmas gift you've ever received?
Not getting a ventriloquist dummy was my worst Christmas gift.
Be ready to call in and participate in the X poll at about 7:45.
Spread the Christmas cheer with us Thursday morning here on X96.
I'm working on my act, by the way.
You know,
I'm excited about
I
this.
meant to compliment you yesterday. You picked that dummy up, and you were manipulating it remarkably well right from the get-go.
I dreamed of it.
You had the head bop down. You got to work a little bit more on the mouth movements, but the head bob was down.
Now, I want you to. We can't really have a real cigarette in the studio, but I want you to have a fake cigarette, so that you can smoke, and also a glass of water, so you can drink a glass of water while you're doing your.
I'm working on my act. I think Monday I'll have.
Monday?
Because people are saying that if you do that they will donate huge sums of money to the Road Home.
Oh, really? Well, maybe I shouldn't do it Monday.
Well,
maybe I should save it for.
No. I mean, people could donate it on Monday.
That's true.
They can donate on Monday.
True. Sure.
Let's say that.
I'm working on my act.
Right.
Okay. I think we're good. We'll be back in the studio tomorrow. Thank you to Riverton Chevy for having us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for everybody who came by as well and brought stuff.
All right.
Terrific.
So live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
There's no way it's crispy.
It is. Marcy is next.
X